Well, hello, everybody.
Hi.
What's going on? This is Chance Watson and the rest of the Dusty Bender crew. Boys, why don't you introduce yourselves to the fine folks? All 0 of our listeners right now.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. There's 2. There we go.
There you go. There comes the crew. Welcome to the freaking show here, folks.
Hey.
Yeah,
How's everybody doing?
We are
goalies.
We're going to be your guides today on the New York Island, the battle of New York.
Ooh, love it.
Yeah, it seems like a good rivalry, you know.
According to RJ, we got like the besties showdown in net too. We got Shesterkin and Sorokin. So
whoa,
here we go. Those two aren't going to miss out on this, right? I mean, come on.
No,
this game's going to end 0-0 to shootout.
Sure.
love
Except we
that.
We can't have that on the fantasy roster though, Chance. So
no.
Let's hope it's an absolute 7-6 blowout.
Oh my god. No, that would upset me greatly. We need to have 20 points to make a little comeback?
Yeah, something along those lines. We need to bring in freaking Michael Bublé, man.
Whoa. Well, that's some energy that would I think get our team going.
That's what I'm saying. Talk to the boys a little bit.
Go into the locker room, give them a little pep talk.
That's right.
I like that. I like that. Ooh, okay. All right. Fantasy hockey idea. You throw in it's like an X factor and you can have a coach.
Oh. What does that mean?
I don't know. Somehow it gives you
you're brainstorming. Okay, I like that. See if we can.
I'm playing with it. You know, it's like one of those
workshop.
Yeah, it's like an environment card. Like if you're talking real fucking nerdy, like if you're playing one of those nerd games like Magic or something like that just changes the environment a bit. I think so.
Yeah, that's like Pokemon too, right? Pokemon's like it's raining, right? And then they're like
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm putting in torts tonight. All my guys, they have little sad faces next to their names.
No.
Oh yeah, wasn't that that's what Chell did for a little bit, right? Like if he's happy in the situation, right?
Yeah.
So he'd have a little smiley face. Yeah. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, that's what Football Manager does. Is your coach affects your guys play better if the coach there's like a relationship bonus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like Matty, like Benier's going down to the fourth line for those couple games, right? Like he's like big time sad face. So then a guy, bringing torts into your locker room is probably not an ideal situation. No. Okay, yeah, I can get behind that.
I like.
No, but it gives a boost to your penalty kill to score a bunch of shorthanded goals.
Well, I think RJ just said delayed start 3:45, huh?
Well, we got to look at PK's fur jacket setup going on. So
does he have the boots with the fur?
I don't know. He's got the coat with the fur. I haven't seen a wide shot of him yet.
Okay.
Yeah. If he's got matching boots, they gotta pull the wide shot out, right? Though,
they'll definitely do it, right?
Don't they? Because they focus in on his attire pretty regularly.
Yeah, he's got a whole bit of rating the fit, as they say, and
that's fair.
That's what I'm saying. ESPN Plus, my God, dude.
Ooh, okay. They came out. So this is the first I'm seeing these jerseys. I don't mind the NYR.
I think the Rangers one is fine.
Yeah, I like the Rangers one.
Okay, somebody tell me, am I genuinely I look at these Islanders jerseys, and I swear to God they're purple to me. I know they're not. I know the rest of the world sees them as blue, but I swear their colors are purple and orange.
Yeah, that's.
I know what you're getting for Christmas, dude. You're getting them fucking colorblind goggles for sure.
We could do a live unboxing on the Dusty Bender podcast where I put them on and I get emotional because I'm seeing color for the first time in my life.
Never seen blue before.
I've never seen. I don't know what blue is.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pull up different images of colors that you've never seen before.
Yeah, the guy that's McDonald's, the shake, that blue shake. Yeah.
The Grimace shake.
Yeah, the Grimace shake.
Oh,
yeah,
Grimace.
He's blue. God, those look, I swear those look like, it looks like their pants are blue, and then the jerseys and the socks look purple to me, like a very dark purple.
Well, ESPN's not even letting me fucking get in because apparently I don't have ESPN Plus.
Well,
you got 42 minutes to figure it out. So
sure, I paid American dollars for it, but apparently that's not good enough.
No, they need your firstborn.
Yeah, it might be a long time coming here, boys.
Keep waiting.
Put it on layaway.
That's right. Listeners, just so you know, we are with the Dusty Bender podcast. Chance Taylor and Aaron coming to you guys, watching this game, doing a little commentary, having some fun with you, and it's gonna be a good game. We're pretty stoked about it.
It should.
Should be good. Did you guys watch the one yesterday?
I did.
Yeah, Devils.
Watched a little bit of that. What'd you think?
Honestly, the Devils needed a game, dude. Yeah. They've been struggling a little bit.
It's amazing what happens when they can get some actual solid goaltending. Like, I'm not even saying Dawes is lighting the world on fire. He's just like playing, 9-10, 9-20 hockey, and it's enough for the Devils to outscore the rest of their problems.
Yep. Yeah, they just need league average goaltending.
Yeah,
and they don't team. Like,
yeah, they don't even need spectacular. I mean, God, if they make a move at the deadline for one of, like, Markstrom at the top, the bad example, he got fucking lit up yesterday by the Red Wings, but bad example probably. But and Gibson wasn't much better. Oh my God,
Gibson got crunched, dude.
And he got 5. Like the other one,
he got brought in. So he got pulled in when it was 4. I think it was 4 rip or 4-1, and then got smacked for another 5.
Ooh, sure.
He got dropped in my other league, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so rough. Predictions, man. I don't know. Obviously, what's we are sponsored by DraftKings. Somebody want to pull up DraftKings and tell me the odds right now?
Give me 1 second.
Okay. Pull up some odds.
Cool.
Real quick, I wanted to jump back to Nico Dawes. So
hit me with Dawes.
2.39 goals against, 0.929 in the AHL. Man, this kind of it's a very small sample size, but
sure.
2.93 in the NHL too. So
I was looking at his overall record. It looks like he's played games earlier this year, so like they tried to give him a shot and it just wasn't working. Yeah. But now he's back up, and it seems like, I don't know, sometimes that happens. Like, you got to warm up in the AHL. What's do you guys know anything about Dawes? Like, I don't know much about, like, is this his first year in the AHL? I know he's 23.
Second year in the AHL. He played third year in the AHL. Looks like. So played last 2 years. It's been pretty solid, actually.
He's been cooking down there for a bit. Goalies can, I don't know. Goalies, it always seems like they develop late. Not always, but it always seems like they get into the league at a later age, and then goalies can stay longer. Like, a 38, 39-year-old goalie is not unheard of compared to like a 38, 39-year-old skater.
Right.
Yep. Money line on this game: Rangers -148, Islanders +124, over under in goals 5.5.
I'm smashing the over on that then.
Dude, I mean, with these two tendies though,
I know, but that number is low. And the Islanders are not necessarily the Torts lockdown team that they used to be. They've actually they've even gone out into the public and been like, yeah, we actually want to score. It's like, that's a really good plan.
Yeah, they've been just letting Matt Barzal, like, since Patrick Waugh got in there, he was like, all right, Barzal, you're going to play way more minutes and just go generate offense. And that's had some pretty good results.
Well, and Palmieri, I think I don't remember who picked him up. Someone just picked him up in our fantasy league. Like, Palmieri's been doing good. So,
that'd be me.
Yeah, he's been
okay. So I take all that back. Whoever picked him up, idiot.
I'm in an absolute dogfight in that league for this week.
With Dev? Who are you playing?
With Maxie.
Fuck.
I'm playing Max. I'm up 6 points on it. He was up 40 points on me at one point, and then I don't know if you know this guy, Austin Matthews.
Yeah, I got smacked by Austin Matthews in my other league.
Yeah, he put up 2 hat tricks this week, and it brought me back. Just when they think I'm out, they pull me back in.
If you lose with Austin Matthews getting you 2 hat tricks in a week,
just
fold the franchise, move it to Salt
just
Lake.
call it quits, man. Just fold the towel in. To go back to the question, who do I think wins? Is it
the easy bet is Rangers.
Yeah, it's easy bet, right? Going with the Rangers. I mean, what 7-2-1 in they're on a 6-game win streak.
Playing good.
Yeah. Islanders 3-4-3. I mean,
Islanders need like they're a little desperate though. Like this game matters a bit more to them.
The other thing is kind of looking at the actual Winter Classic, right? So like the clear underdog being the Kraken. I know Vegas was on a bit of a cold streak at the time, but anything can happen, man. So we'll see.
Even without Blake Wheeler, I like the Rangers.
Yeah. And thanks for that, RJ. Yeah, Wheeler's out. Remainder of regular season for sure. It looked bad.
It looks really bad. Like when guys try to get up on their own power and they literally just can't.
Yeah, just fucking hurts your soul. I know. I was telling Aaron, dude, I had to pop some muscle relaxers last night because I'm 32 years old and just a bag of bones at this point.
32 going on 55.
57. Is that the new movie?
I was giving you 2 years.
What'd you say? 55?
I said 55. Yeah.
Ah, wow. What a guy.
I know.
Yeah, this flooring shit, man. Woof. I talked about it on the last live show. That's how long it's taken.
Are you gonna leave and just and become a floor? What is it? A floor? It wouldn't be a florist. That's flowers.
I know, but it should be for flooring. No, but at some point, if like the game's really slow, like all of a sudden you'll just see me. I won't say anything. I'll just dip out. You'll just hear some like hammering and sawing and shit.
Oh, I meant like leaving your day job and just becoming a floorer.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh yeah, no.
Just going into contracting and
the only way I would be a contractor is if I can literally just point and say that doesn't look good, fix that. You know what I mean? Like I got out of that manual labor shit for a reason, man.
That's right.
Too old.
Yeah.
That's it. That's got to be it.
So we got PK, Mark Messier, and
Levy.
Okay.
Dude, I still can't get in. What the fucking buns are we doing here?
Get your fucking life together. Like,
dude, there's like articles that'll pop up and I'm like, oh yeah, like I'll read an article for the first time in a month. And it's like, no, you do not read. You do not have ESPN Plus. I'm like, I'm literally signed in and you're telling me at the top I have fucking ESPN Plus. Like,
fucking hates you.
God,
so, okay. People who are more familiar with like the New York area, you're talking to a bunch of West Coast boys are leading the stream today, folks. So, we are very knowledgeable of hockey. I know very little about like the metro area. Where is this game being? Is it the Giants Stadium?
Yeah, it's at MetLife.
Yeah.
Isn't that in New Jersey?
I mean, look, let's not get into semantics about where New York teams play.
Okay. I think as far as I know one New York person, and that New York person was very, very angry when I insinuated that it was, a thing of semantics between New York and New Jersey. Apparently, that's a big thing. Like they don't like each other.
I mean, that's fair, right?
From Jersey. I watched the Jersey Shore ones, and
it's basically
how much of your right. How am I not allowed on this show?
I'm going to attempt to do a New York accent for the remainder of the show. Here we go.
Oh, God.
I don't like it. I can already tell you right now it's going to be bad.
Get out of here!
There you go. That's pretty solid. Yeah. All right, you can stick with it again.
I just got to be. I got to be angry about everything all the time.
Sure. Mm-hmm. What's the temp today?
It is Jersey. It says "Welcome to Jersey, MetLife Stadium."
Yeah.
So wait, where was yesterday's game? Same place?
I think so, right?
Okay.
I mean, the NHL, right? They wouldn't spend money on setting up two different places.
No, there's no way.
It's impossible.
No way. Okay, so this is kind of like a neutral. I bet you boys weren't expecting my Canucks to be number 1, but here we are. Hashtag told you so. Oh, Connor coming in from the top rope.
Damn, dude. Leave some of those flying elbows for someone else. God,
exactly. Damn. No, we did not. But you know what? That was. I think we're in a very good group of people that also did not predict them basically running table on the President's Trophy.
Yeah,
I don't know. The Bruins are right there.
Bruins are there.
I'm not a believer. I don't think the Bruins can do it.
But you are a believer.
I am a believer for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. What was it? Was it 2011? Are we gonna get a rematch? That's the Boston Vancouver?
It was the
Cup,
Boston
right?
Vancouver. Yeah.
I just I think there's something. I don't want to say they're fake good because they're not. Bruins are good. It's just there's something about that team that I don't think is good enough to get over the hump. I don't know. We'll see.
It'll be interesting to see what the Bruins do at the deadline. I like Vancouver's moves. I know they've been a little hot and cold.
Bruins need a center. Like that's exactly like no bashing Pavel Zacha. Like he's done an admirable job, but he's not Patrice Bergeron.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
he's done fine.
The interesting thing about the Bruins to me is how they handle their goalies in the playoffs. Because last year they rode Ullmark, and then they brought in Swayman in Game 7. And as more teams get into tandem situations, once they get to the playoffs, they tend to just pick a guy
and roll with him. Yeah,
and that just like when you've been running a tandem all year and then you switch it up for the playoffs, I don't think that's led to much success. So I'd be very curious to see how they handle that if they give Swayman more starts. But as far as the Canucks, like they had the potential, but they just hadn't put it all together. And like, if Brock Besser is going to shoot 20% all year, like, yeah, you're going to be in good shape. Like, they have like 5 guys that are shooting 20% the last time I checked. So like, they've just been on the PDO bender of all PDO benders, and like, good for them. Like I think it's awesome, and I'm glad that they're shoving all in this year. I think it's great.
I mean,
will it amount to anything? Who knows? But
yeah, Pettersson has kind of shot towards that 20% his career though. So I mean, I think a big thing for the Canucks, who's been injured, right? Maybe Connor, a little more than even us, but yeah, I mean they've been able to stay healthy, which they just haven't had that luck. I mean, with a guy like Pettersson, with JT Miller, I know we're a little hot and cold on him depending on the week sometimes, but I mean, he's still, I think he at least has some point per game seasons, if not, I think I want to say he has a couple hundreds even. So I mean, they have good players. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, and then Demko, I mean, shit, Demko is
the vibes are definitely good. Where it's like. It's two separate situations, right? Like I think of always going back to like the miracle run of the Montreal Canadiens that one year where Carey Price just drugged the team into the Stanley Cup final against the clearly, Stanley Cup favorite Tampa Bay Lightning. That example is not exactly perfect here, but I see like Vancouver is the vibes team. Like on paper, they're not as good as the Bruins, but they like everything is just clicking for them right now. Like everything is going well. The team seems like in good spirits. Like it's rolling. And sometimes I know it's like that sounds like real like early cartoon anime. Like we're gonna win with the power of friendship. Like it's I understand that.
Like Powerpuff Girls.
Right, exactly. Like teammates and camaraderie and I get it, but sometimes that wins. The Blues did it. Blues used basically the power of friendship to win the Stanley Cup. So
my biggest concern with the Canucks, and maybe they can do something about it at the deadline, but they don't really have a lot of cap room left. Once Hughes and Hronek get off the ice, and when your second pair is on daily faceoff right now is Tyler Myers and Ian Cole, and I don't know if that's enough. I don't know if that's enough depth on the back end. And I've seen a lot of Tyler Myers over the years. Watched him a lot in Winnipeg, and since he got to Vancouver, I'm not a believer in Tyler Myers, and I think they need to add some depth. And like Connor was saying, like Carson Soucy being out, that hurts.
Right.
I know they brought in Zadorov, but they're currently running him on their third pair. So
there's a video out there of Carson Soucy just absolutely making Tyler Myers look like a fucking cone. It was fucking hilarious.
At practice?
No, like at
No, that
Susie?
wasn't
Not
Susie.
Susie.
Yeah,
That was Spronger.
Mm.
Yeah, he got
Oh,
he
yeah.
got blocked, and
Yeah, Spronger
So-
just absolutely. I was thinking like former Kraken.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spronger.
I'd
just
agree
came
with
out
you
there and
there.
walked him.
I'd agree with you there, Aaron. I think, yeah, definitely D is, and it's the Zadorov one. Jesus, that move, it felt rushed, right? Like I think there's better options if they would have just held off a little bit. But I mean, you can stick them on your third pairing, but yeah, I think you're right. But even with Susie, I mean. Yeah, they probably need something on that second pair that isn't, aged Ian Cole and too tall to actually skate that well, Mr. Myers.
To Connor's point, the goal he scored was really nice. Like, and that play in isolation was really nice. But coming down to it against better teams, like I'm not a believer in Tyler Myers, and maybe he can prove me wrong, but I kind of want to see it.
Good. I mean, but what, Buffalo? His first couple years, we were like, oh, this kid's like 6'9" or something, right? So, yeah. Well, I mean, the excitement was there, but
when he was in Winnipeg, like those Winnipeg, he was like their 5th D, right? They had Bufflin, they had Trouba, they had Morrissey, and oh god, who else did they have on those teams? But they had he was like maybe their 4th defenseman, and so you could really put him in a position to succeed. But then he got that contract from Vancouver, and they played up the lineup, and he's been really hit and miss. And sometimes he's kind of gotten exposed. And as you play those better teams, then if he's you're going to put him out there, and in the playoffs he's going to be lining up against Connor McDavid, Jack Eichel. He's going to be there's going to be some tough matchups that might expose him a little bit, and we'll see how it goes. But I'm pulling for the Canucks. I think the Canucks are such a fun team to watch. There's a lot of likable.
I love Petey, dude. Petey's my boy.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get so much money,
dude. I mean, what's funny about Petey is you watch him skate. He looks like Bambi out there, but he's just so graceful. Like he's just frolicking through the tall grass like Bambi. And then he just buries a fucking goal. Like it's crazy that a guy with that ugly of a stride.
I don't know if you know this, but that movie doesn't end well.
I wasn't talking about Elias Pettersson's mom. Just mostly about him. Yeah.
I mean, but it's kind of got to be this year, right? Because you got to re-sign Pettersson next year, and he's going to be wanting a lot more than the $7 million he's making right now.
You think Besser sticks around?
I don't know. They've been talking about trading him to Minnesota for 3 years now. I mean, he signed through 25-26, so I mean, there's not a major rush to get rid of him, but there's a lot of
this is his first coming out year part. Other than that first year where he just lit the world and everybody's like, oh fuck, we've got 2 Petterssons because Besser's so good. He's going to be the Leon Draisaitl to the McDavid sort of thing, and then he kind of petered out for a couple of years.
I mean, he got hurt. Like he came in and he had 20 something. Like as a rookie, he was awesome, and then he hasn't been able to stay healthy and put it together. And now he's kind of done that this year. But you look at, I'm looking at their cap friendly right now. Every defenseman except for Quinn Hughes needs a new deal next year. Oof. So they're gonna have to re-sign. There's going to
be some turnover on that blue line for sure.
And Phil Hronek's going to need a new deal. And then every other defenseman except for Quinn Hughes and Noah Juleson needs a new deal. So there's going to be a lot of turnover this year. So shove it all in right now before the check comes due and, see what happens. But
yeah, I know. Well, I mean, first priority's got to be Pettersson, right? So, yeah, everything else is just relying off of whatever number he ends up at. So, right. Yeah, I think with Besser too, right? We've only, the injury thing is huge, right? We've only seen him really play. Was it last year? I feel like there was a year where he literally only played 30, 40 games, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's definitely been injuries up to this point, but I think if you're basically deciding between Lindholm and Besser, right? I mean, that's kind of where you're at. If you want Lindholm, because he helps down the middle where you can, potentially move Pettersson and Miller around on the wings over a guy who's literally just strictly like a right winger, right? Then you're making decisions. So it'll be interesting to see what they do, but I don't necessarily think this is like the year they have to go all in. I mean, their core is there, right? So you can figure it out going forward, right? So I'm not too worried about like this being the year, or else it's literally, just ship Pettersson off because the team's done. So, and I think going back a little bit, the difference between like that Canadiens run versus Vancouver is, on paper has had some pretty damn,
awesome.
you start going through the guys that have been there all year. And, did you lose me?
You were out for a second. You're good.
Yeah, for a second. You're back now. We're good.
All right, cool. I was just listening to myself talk. I paused it. I actually paused it myself, just to kind of cut you guys out and listen to myself. So no, it'll be interesting to see what they do. I mean, they've been a little black and white recently, right? They've kind of been, they can get beat. Boston loved to remind them that the better team won the other night, right? But then they can play some good games. So I don't necessarily know they're the team from the West, but fuck, they're gonna make it interesting.
I mean, it's going to be a meat grinder between them and the Canucks the Canucks, the Oilers, the Knights. If, Winnipeg is up and down, but that's still Connor Hellebuck back there. And he's probably going to win, maybe he's fallen a little bit, but he's still probably the front runner for the Vezina. Right. So there's a lot of teams that can do some damage. So
what a ridiculous, all the American goalies that are good are in the fucking West, right? Like Winnipeg, Dallas, Vancouver, right? That's a little stinky.
Yep.
Vegas is taking the West.
I don't know, man. I don't know about it.
Nope. It's basically the same team from last year. They're an incredibly solid team. I don't see any reason why they can't do it. Because there's, other than Vancouver. Vancouver's the wild card here because they didn't do this before. We weren't really anticipating it. Don't know how this new reinvigorated Vancouver Canucks team is going to do in the playoffs. Whereas, look, I'm sorry, Edmonton fans can hate me, but that's just how it is. Like, I don't believe that the Oilers have what it takes to make a deep playoff push.
I just looked up who Valtteri Bottas is, and you're not wrong, Connor. Let's see if I can pull up a picture of him. It's funny, I have a buddy that looks even closer to this guy. Let's see if I can present. There you go, boys.
Oh my God.
I can see it. Yeah.
I can see it. Yeah, absolutely. Especially with the staff.
I only go 5 miles per hour the speed limit though, so I don't know.
Don't think you picked up that specific gene.
Yeah, I didn't get that gene. I don't think. I mean, I like to go fast, but on a
is he from Alaska?
No, he's from Finland or something. Finnish racing driver, currently competing on the Formula One. There you go.
There you go.
I like it. Yeah. In other news, my poor Duckies got fucking crunched.
Yeah, it was a bad day for John Gibson fantasy owners.
That team's so bad.
Netted me. Came in as a backup and got me.
I love. There was so. Yeah. No. That's so. I mean, if it's the Ducks, right? Definitely, if they're not starting, leave them on the bench because there's a good chance they come in and also get fucking smoked.
Right.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. But it was funny seeing Leafs Twitter oh, Gudas got absolutely ragdolled here, or Domi for president. It's dude, you guys gotta fucking chill.
The funniest Zegras rumor I've seen so far is Zegras to Chicago. I'm like, what are you talking about?
What is the return on that? Who are they trading?
I have absolutely no idea.
Like, you know
I
what I
don't
mean? Like,
I think that was just like a night terror dream of a Blackhawks fan.
I don't know. The one I saw that made me laugh was number one. The most recent one I'd seen for Zegras was Zegras to Montreal. I think Craig Button on TSN was talking about that. And then the other Montreal thing I saw recently was they were trying to say that Slavkovsky is better than Matvei Michkov.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
And because people have been, not that he's a bust, he's still really young, but like people have been like, yeah, he's as a number one overall pick, like maybe he's not.
He's young and that team is garbage.
Yeah, and maybe he doesn't have, but yeah, so there are people that are all like really up in their feelings about Slavkovsky.
Oh yeah, that whole fan base is obsessed with fighting the world on that, and it's like, dude, it's literally like a small, like, majority of people know he's literally 19 years old.
So
like,
it wasn't just NHL trade deadline chatter. Apparently there was a deal in place for Markstrom to go to New Jersey, and
yeah, it fell through. He had waived his no trade, right? Like he was ready to go.
He said he was going to go, and it fell through because New Jersey wanted retained salary.
I hadn't seen the retained salary part. Yeah. Okay.
That was apparently the rumor that is what killed that.
Holtz was definitely going back.
Oh sure.
Ruff hates Holtz.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean they need to, right? Like the Devils have no cap space. They have like $500,000 in free cap space right now. So in order to bring him in, you need that.
Right.
Yeah, Connor, not surprised by that at all. It always, like, the Toronto Maple Leafs and the media around them always try to think that, like, I think they forget that there's other NHL teams in Canada, not just Toronto.
I mean, TSN and Sportsnet are both headquartered there, right? So like, and it's the biggest city in Canada, so they're just going to talk about the Maple Leafs. It's like the Yankees, right? Like,
yeah, Hey, look, it's fucking
it's Johnny Boy.
Holy shit, John Miller, Fire Chief John Miller, folks.
Mm-hmm.
We are safer than a space heater, folks. This is a good time for a good public service announcement. The Dusty Bender podcast, which we are a part of. If you guys wanted to support us, go on to YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Follow us on Twitter and check out the Dusty Bender podcast. We have an episode every week, and a part of that every week, one of our longtime supporters is Fire Chief John Miller, and usually he'll come out and give us some public service announcements and whatnot. So for everybody on this live stream, you should know to check on your batteries and your smoke detectors. And if you use a space heater, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, John.
Maybe that was a bit extreme, but
yeah, that was extreme. I heard the chirp earlier today, and I literally just pulled the batteries out. Not ideal.
His head right now.
Yeah, he just broke the freaking screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good shit.
That increases your risk of dying in a fire by 30% or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Also, clean your dryer vents.
Oh
yes,
clean your dryer vents. Quit adding shit to my list. What are you, my wife, Aaron?
Might as well be. Someone's got it. Takes a village to keep you.
That's right.
It does take a village. That's right. Yeah, but no. Our show is famously anti-space heaters. So
big time. Yeah. Pro Jake Allen's mom, though. So
yes, pro Jake Allen's mom. Yep.
And pro Petey's mom. We already talked.
Yep. And also apparently an avid Jarmo Kekalainen defender. Yeah. That's we've been painted as that now because we gave him a fair shake. Now we're Columbus stands apparently.
Yeah, it's like us three and like Armand, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. God damn it,
that's good.
Guy. Look, beleaguered franchises need to stick together. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's right. Duckies.
That's right.
And Columbus, dude. Like
speaking of, we got we spoke about it a little bit on the show, but speaking of outdoor games, they announced yesterday that the Red Wings are coming to Ohio.
Oh, I like that. Honestly, anything with the Red Wings just sucks. So Like it'll probably be a joke.
I mean, anything with the Red Wings is arguably the greatest moment in hockey. So just kidding. I'm not. That is not true. I am not I think pretty much the only people that believe in that shit are Maple Leafs fans. Where like, oh, if the Maple Leafs are involved, then it's this is a good day for the Maple Leafs and by extension all of Canada and the hockey
and all of hockey.
Right, all of hockey. This is if the Maple Leafs win the Stanley Cup, this is the greatest day in hockey history. Like it's better than anybody breaking the color barrier or us getting a women's league. OV beating the scoring record. Nope,
none of that. It's garbage. Yeah, I mean, yeah, anything that happens to Toronto, like cross-checking some dude in the neck, we should just allow cross-checks to the neck going forward, right? Like it's good for hockey because it's Toronto, so we should just allow it. It's fine.
So I did see today that with Riley out, the Maple Leafs are probably going to be running a 5-forward PP1.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I saw some.
That's pretty badass.
I think that's awesome. I'm really excited to see
rockstar shit. Yeah,
that's good shit.
Yeah, and so to John's question about Saros, I think Saros starts at a first and like a very blue chip prospect. Like that's if it's not that, I hang up the phone if I'm Barry Trotz. Like
100%.
Oh, I think Barry Trotz has got. There's no. What's the pressure to sign him, or what's the pressure to trade him? Like I'm not. If I'm Barry Trotz, it's not. This isn't a Gibson or a Markstrom situation where the team's a lost cause and they're going to be wasting the best years of a rebuild. Might as well get something good. Like I don't know. The Predators are not. They're not in a situation where I think they're headed for a rebuild. Like they could probably retool and try to go at it again. I don't see the Predators entering like a Ottawa Senators, Buffalo Sabres long-term rebuild.
Yeah. I think for Saros and with the Predators, I think that's more just looking at the market. And we've talked a lot about like all these teams that are a good goalie away. So if you're going to deal him, it's because like the market is uniquely situated to get a really big return.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, he's making $5 million, so he's pretty easy to squeeze into a cap. So, but
his new contract, he's probably going to get what, 6 or 7?
I guess I probably think he gets more than that.
It's tricky with him because apart from last year, right? Like it hasn't been on great teams, right? So I think there's probably teams that are going to be very much trying to lowball Trotz. So I think that
Trotz
throws a little bit of...
Trotz has no reason to. I mean, you could argue that the goalie, the tandem of the future for the Predators is Askarov and Saros.
Yeah, and that's to that same point, right? Like, there's no rush to move him just because Askarov is in the wings, right? So you can, I mean, just it's not like Calgary where they're really feeling. Have to absolutely move Saros just because. Oh, dude, what is up? I'm plugged in too.
You froze up. Your ESPN's not working. It's just
Jesus Christ, man.
It's like you would think that you're the one in backwoods North Idaho.
Yeah. I said, what the fuck? You know what? Xfinity just moved my fucking shit up too. Fuckers. I'll call them on air. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. We'll do it live.
Yeah, that's right.
Little Bill O'Reilly reference right there. I like that.
Yeah.
It's overall like, I mean, I don't even know. The Saros chatter might be the most bizarre, like pre-deadline chatter that I've seen in a while, because this was so out of left field. Like no one was talking about Saros going anywhere. For all intents and purposes, everybody was like content that he is their goalie, at least for a while. And it's kind of strange that this kind of, I don't know if it was just manifested or if there was an actual like, an insider rumor or something like that. The only thing that makes me
could be like Zegras.
It could be, it's possible, but the only thing that makes me think that this is, maybe Saros doesn't want to be there. Maybe he has a more negative outlook of the team and thinks that it's going into a rebuild and he doesn't want to become a John Gibson. So maybe I get that. No offense to John Gibson, but he's he's getting we talked about it in our last episode. He's going to get the Gensel treatment if Gensel resigns in Pittsburgh. Like Gensel's going to be he'll be arguably probably the captain once Crosby and Malkin leave and Letang. But he's going to have the distinguished honor of overseeing a Pittsburgh rebuild, especially if he signs long term. So maybe Sorokin.
I think the Saros.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think the Saros thing is very similar to like the Markstrom situation, right? We're just, I mean, Markstrom,
well, Calgary's bad.
Calgary's bad. I mean, not saying that the Preds are good, right?
They're better than the Preds, but yes, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, but
Saros, they're better than the Flames. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. Preds are better than the Flames. Uh-oh, he froze again.
Don't worry. That's where they're at.
Oh,
so
there you are.
Okay. I mean, yeah, based on the standings, they're the exact same team. But for me, Saros is just so much younger, right? Vibes wise, sure. But yeah, no, I think the big thing is like Saros being so much younger than Markstrom, right? That's where it differs a little bit, right? Do you, like you said, do you want to roll it like a Gibson situation, or are you just is Trotz just trying to get the top value for a goaltender right now because he knows he probably needs to stock up a little bit in order to make a serious push, in 2-3 years. So interesting sit.
And unlike some of these other teams, the Preds have right now they're running $7 million under the cap, right? So like they have like money existing that they could give him a raise, and like you're trading a borderline Vezina goalie for who's not even 30. So like the return would be ridiculous. It would really help power a rebuild if that's the route they want to go. But I think it just depends on how Trotz views this team as a contender. Like the comments he made when they hired him, right? Like he told his scouts, I don't want to draft guys who are project to be third liners, like take swings, and we want to get good. So if he wants to power that, and like he got rid of Matt Duchene, got rid of Johansson, so like he's kind of started a semi rebuild or at least a culture shift based on the comments at the time. So maybe if that's the route you want to go and you think that the Preds need to load up, then that's your best chip to get prospects and to get extra picks. Sure. So
yeah, because you can always throw in those padding guys, right? Like padding guys are just your grinder you can throw on a top line if you need to, right? Like, I think that high level skill is something that you just very rarely are going to get through. I mean, trades a little bit, but free agency not nearly as much.
I guess to me, it just seems like Taylor has a good point. I mean, they are technically very close in the standings, almost identical, but I guess maybe the point that I was trying to look up was like in terms of where I feel where the team is placing it, like Calgary is not on an upward trajectory. Like they're only going to get worse. They're not getting better. Like the decline is still declining. Whereas I think the Preds are about as bad as they're going to get. Like I don't see them getting any worse. If anything, they'll kind of, I'm getting like Minnesota vibes from them where I don't think they're ever going to be terrible. I just don't, maybe they don't ever break the ceiling if they don't get some stars, but I don't see that. Like they're either going to be just as the same next year, if not a little better. Whereas Calgary is still, I don't want to say free fall, but Calgary's heading toward a hard rebuild. Like, in 1 to 2 years, Calgary's going to be one of the lower teams in the league. Like they're heading that direction. Unfortunately, I like of the Canadian teams. I like Calgary. So that's kind of the feeling that I have on that. I don't necessarily know their pipelines very well. It seems like both teams have, flirted with putting up some of their young guys in the lineup. But we'll see how that goes. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess maybe let me look up where their pipeline ranks. So the Athletic has the Preds with the 16th best pipeline. So a very average pipeline. I don't know that, like, they're to your point, I don't think they're going to get much worse. I don't know how much better they're going to get. I don't know how much help is coming from the pipeline. Like, so if you're looking at it and you're like, maybe the ceiling for this group is a team that makes wild cards and, and hopes, then maybe you look at that and say, let's tear it down, and then let's try and get some higher prospects over the next couple of years, and then try again. I don't know. It'll be really interesting. But also, like, dealing a guy like Saros is just not the kind of move that happens at the NHL trade deadline most of the time. Like, the NHL trade deadline a lot of the time is moving. It's just moving around, depth pieces. And so I'd be surprised if anything happened with Saros, but stranger.
Yeah, I would be too. And right now, with the number of teams that need good goaltending versus we've narrowed it down. Top prospects would be, you could throw Saros in there if he is. Markstrom is definitely being shopped. From the outside perspective, Gibby needs to probably go somewhere. Jake Allen, that's a name that's being thrown out there. The Red Wings have 3 goalies technically, so if somebody was interested in Reimer, probably, then there's an option. Fleury obviously is on the market. Most likely will not be with Minnesota after the deadline. So, yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like, to Connor's point about Noah Hannafin, like, there were rumors that Noah Hannafin wanted $9 million.
That's
a Darnell Nurse contract, baby.
So, like, if that's how Noah Hannafin is evaluating himself, like, good luck. Like, if you can get someone to give you that contract, like, go with God. But, like,
that's just nuts. I don't
know how he justifies that. But
this is coming from me, who, like, very much, and I think Taylor's even in this boat too, like, very much dislike what we consider the top defenseman in the league nowadays. Like, the Norris Trophy is always just given to the defenseman with the most up points, which basically it's no longer the trophy for best defenseman. It's now for the best offensive defenseman. Yeah. So that's mildly infuriating to me.
It's like the Selke, right? Like, the Selke is the best defensive forward, but it's given to a two-way forward that scores 70 points, like a la Patrice Bergeron and Sasha Barkov this year. Right. So
it is frustrating. So, like, when I look at defensemen, like, is Noah Hannafin, like, I don't know. He's good. He's not world beater, but he's good.
$9 million a year.
Not $9 million a year. No,
he's not. Stick him on my second pairing, man.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I'll give him a contract for 5-6, right?
Okay. I think that's a reasonable number for
That's reasonable, right? Like, what are you asking $9 million for? Like, is Noah Hannafin, like, okay, let me defend Darnell Nurse for a second and his contract, which I don't know if you ever thought you'd hear me say. $9 million, he at least fucking mixes it up, dude. Right? He's a two-way guy. He can put up some points and shit like that, but he's a tough motherfucker. He's a mean dude, right? It's just, that's another element that, what is Noah Hannafin? What is Noah Hannafin going to drop the gloves with Darnell Nurse? No, fuck no. Right?
And
it's just a terrible contract.
And with Darnell Nurse, they kind of boxed themselves in. They did the same thing they're currently doing with Evan Bouchard. So he came in on his rookie deal. He played really well. They gave him the bridge deal. He played really well again. And then they had to give him the big contract. And then now he's not lived up to that contract. So, like, at the time they signed it, you were looking at and you're like, oh, this guy, you're projecting, right? And, like, we're projecting he's going to be our number one defenseman. And then he hasn't lived up to that deal. And now they're doing it with Bouchard. So
got opening face-off, boys.
Yeah, we're dropping.
I mean, I don't know if I should even be watching this thing with my fucking internet,
dude. It's your.
I'm just gonna let you guys tell me what happens.
Yeah, Taylor put on the radio broadcast, and
I'm just gonna pretend like I know what's going on and just fucking call a game myself.
It's like a real old timey news broadcast. The Islanders come down into the Ranger zone.
Yeah, that's right.
It's in Jersey, dude. That would work. Feels New Jersey.
It'd be more like, those hockey players. They're doing shit on the ice.
Dude, these jerseys, the Islanders jerseys feel like
they look like the Edmonton Oilers. 100%. It's worse now. Like, I thought it might get better when they're on the ice. No, it looks like the Rangers are playing the Edmonton Oilers right now.
Yep.
Yeah. Are they? Yeah. Have we confirmed that they're not playing the Edmonton Oilers? Look at that. Look at that guy.
Look at that coat. I like that.
Yeah, The jackets have been real nice. Like Torts, that Flyers jacket.
Yeah.
Oh man, God,
saucy.
that was clean.
I mean, he's probably going to burn it after the game because that did not go well for his team. But
no, he's going to lay it. Here's what Torts is going to do at the next practice. He's laying that sucker in the middle of the ice and bag skating those fools. They got to skate around it, dude.
He should have done like the miracle. Herb Brooks, just line him up on the Stadium Series and bag skate him after.
Yeah,
guys, we gotta
close MetLife.
We gotta cover the ice tonight. Give me the keys.
Turn the lights up.
Again.
Oh, geez,
ESPN
broadcast
is just like fuck it, just watching us of them do Herbies.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
You know what though? That's what I was saying for the All-Star or the skills comp, right?
Oh, that was quick.
God damn, dude.
Little blast from
this is gonna get out of hand, isn't it?
Little blast from the point. Gustavsson. Okay.
Little 84-mile-per-hour knuckleball.
No big deal.
No. Yeah, this is gonna be one of those games where it's like, oh, it's gonna be a goalie duel, and it's gonna be 9-8.
Yeah, and then it's just gonna
be a shootout.
That's a fucking beast of a shot, dude.
Oh,
through a nice little screen. Oh,
yeah. Sorokin had no chance
off the nubbins.
Yeah,
that's just that's a picture spot, man.
That's just. I don't even think the Islanders really did anything bad on that either. Yeah. Coverage was good.
Here we go. Outdoor game, Tilly. Let's get it, dude.
God,
that guy is tall as fuck. I can't.
Yeah, why would you fight him? That's a terrible idea.
Oh, it's Matt Martin, baby. That's why. I don't know who 73 is though. That is a tall motherfucker.
That is a very big guy. Oh, Matt Martin's not going to get anything in. The dude's too big.
Is Cal Clutterbuck in the lineup today or what?
He's
got to pad those hit stats, baby.
That's right.
They're not getting very good punches in. It's not.
No.
Okay, it's locked.
Got any Rangers fans in here? Oh, he's getting the crowd going. They're already up one rip. He's feeling it, dude.
That's right.
You know what I don't like about the Rangers kit though? I don't like the NYR down the helmet. That's ugly.
You don't?
No,
I don't make that.
Nico Hersher is Tony Soprano.
I did like that all the Devils dressed up as Sopranos characters. They all came out in tracksuits and white beaters. That was pretty cool.
That was cool. Was it Philly that came out as Rocky?
Yes. Yeah, they came out as. Who did that? I didn't catch it. Have we seen what the Rangers and Islanders were? Did they do anything cool for their?
The Islanders didn't do anything because fucking Lou Lamoriello.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah, they're not allowed to have fun.
No,
yeah, Patrick Wall
is not
also like, nah, dude.
This is hockey. It's not supposed to be fun.
He doesn't even fit on the bench, dude. How tall is that guy?
Tall.
Jesus.
Icing his fucking hand. I still don't know who it is.
Like the atmosphere is there's different.
It is Matt Rempe.
Okay.
Rempe?
Dude, he is 6'7", 240.
God damn, dude! Like
large man.
He made Matt Martin look like a goddamn midget.
Yeah, there is. Yeah,
it's terrible.
Jesus. Yeah, 6'7", 241.
21? Yeah, he's a baby. Man, that's almost a foot taller than me. That's embarrassing.
That's ridiculous.
That's so tall. Like he's breathing different air than I am.
That's right. Yeah.
That's atmospheric levels are different up there, dude. Oh my fuck. He's a child.
He is.
How does he get Matt Martin to fight him though? Right? Like, that's like a thing. Right?
That's got to be They had to have talked about that in warm-ups, right? Like,
yeah,
that's hilarious. He gets out. They're in this relaxed atmosphere, so the kid just like pulls his tarp off and starts adjusting his shit. Like, oh yeah, no big deal,
dude. You gotta cut glass with those suckers, man.
Yeah, and he's one of those guys that wears no Under Armour.
Oh, that's ballsy. That's how you get rashes.
Well, in their league, shit, you should be wearing that cut-proof stuff all the time.
Yeah, 100%. Here we go. We're gonna get another one. Let's get another little scrap here, huh?
Yeah, Shesterkin.
We need scrap per period.
God, we're getting a lot of shots of this kid.
Sure are. Oh boy, we got Edstrom over there on the left wing too at 6'7".
Jesus Christ!
Fucking shit,
Jesus.
That's like what was that Wings line? I think it was last year that they had they had the big boys, dude. They had like 6'7". Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, Rasmussen, our big dude down in the AHL, and God, I can't remember it. It was like on record is like the tallest line in the NHL ever.
Yeah, it was like their average height was like 6'4", 6'5", or something stupid
like that. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, man. Yeah, I don't know what that's like.
Nope. No. Oh, that's a slash for sure. Nope, no call. All right, cool. I like it.
Yeah, let him play. Oh, Trouba. How many Redwoods is he going to take down tonight?
He's got to be swinging for the fences, right?
Yeah, he'll find a way. He'll find a way to get himself a $7,000 fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
He'll half murder some guy and get $5,000 off the fucking paycheck.
Exactly right. Yeah,
good for him.
Then we'll have to have a total discourse about how that was, Morgan Riley's getting 5 games, but Jacob Trouba slashes some guy in the head and gets
I still don't believe that one though, dude. Like, how do you look at he's looking at him square in the face and just chops him in the neck, dude? I don't like.
Yeah,
he's got to have Paros's wife's number or something. Like, there's got to be something.
There's.
This is gonna get a little nasty. I'm into it.
Kyle Palmieri, baby, let's go.
Who's popping in?
I don't know.
Nope.
Nobody.
Matt thought about it.
Oh, so close.
Damn. Without a one of the week chance. Matt,
I mean, that would have definitely helped. I think Max is playing. Got more people playing today than I do, so I had to struggle real fast and pick up some people that were playing today. I picked up Palmieri and Lafreniere.
Yeah, should have just traded Lafreniere.
Yeah.
I think someone did grab Batherson though, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, Maxie's got Shesterkin. Fuck.
Ooh.
He's got Trocheck, Byfield, Doughty, and Shesterkin playing today. He might win, honestly. I've only got Lafreniere and Palmieri.
Well, I finally have a matchup that I should be able to win. I was 50 points up going on today, but you know my team, dude. There's a good chance I'm gonna lose.
We'll find a way.
Kim Jong-un direction's gonna put up at least 70 today. With like 4 guys. Oh, that was a snipe, dude. Holy shit. That Brock.
Woo, baby. All right. We got ourselves a game.
Yeah.
God, was that Nelson?
These are ugly. Yeah. Those are fucking gross, dude. Oh, there's Cal. Dude, Cal on the ice for that one. What a +1 for Cal.
They're not ugly. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that they are just blatant ripoffs of the Oilers.
Yeah.
Like if the Oilers came out in these jerseys, I'd be like, "Oh, those are pretty cool."
I hate them. The only thing they should have done to make them like, they should have just gone orange. Everything else, so fuck it.
No, they should have went with the old captain.
Yeah, the old fisherman, the old fish sticks one.
Yeah.
Brock Nelson with 23 on the season, huh?
That's just all that dude does quietly. Like every year, he just puts up 20-something goals, and
he's. I mean, I've had him in my fantasy league a couple of years in the past, and the guy's usually a point per game kind of guy.
Yeah,
it's ironic that you say
super reliable guy.
Yeah,
it's ironic that you say quietly when he can get like radio stations with those ears, dude.
It's very true.
Man alive.
Very. Oh,
he's back out there. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I like his whole setup, though. I might have just become a huge Brock Nelson fan.
Just a Brock Nelson guy? Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I might stand for him.
There you go.
Curious what Heater's up to.
Do you just have notifications for everything that guy tweets?
Seriously, though.
Yeah.
Like...
I think every tweet, Taylor and I get a screenshot of it.
Not every one.
Almost, though.
It feels like
pretty close.
Fine.
Oh, there's Patty.
I won't share his absolute fucking banger takes.
Dude, is that? I mean, You know,
his
it's just
his tweets are like reading a Hunter S. Thompson novel. Like they just.
I know. I fucking love it.
It's just fear and loathing in Danny Heatley. Like it's just fucking nonsense.
I mean, in reality, that's probably an okay hit in this NHL. That's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. Because I mean, when we were growing up, right? They could call that a checking from behind, but boarding is what? Like I think it's like 5 feet from the board, 3 feet from the board, something, right? So I mean, I don't know if he's necessarily even there. What do I know?
Zabinajad.
Doctor.
Well, Zabinajad won me a fantasy league years back.
Back in your day.
I need Chris Kreider to start potting a couple goals.
Chris Kreider.
I don't need anything.
Flash in the pan.
I'm getting dusted in my other league that I actually had a shot at the playoffs, and then I'm playing Garbage Town Tommy Bear's team. It literally does not matter for me today. So, you know what? Who do you guys want me to cheer for? Because you know what? I got you, boys.
Islanders.
Isles.
They're the underdogs in this game. That's why I'm gonna root for the Islanders.
All right.
Rangers are the clear favorite. Plus, you know, they're the little brother team in New York. You know, they're the Dodgers to the, or not the Dodgers, the fucking
the Mets.
Yeah, the Mets. Thank you.
There you go.
Fuck baseball.
You tried though. You gave it a good run.
I don't know.
You successfully named a baseball team.
You did. That's pretty good. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Now your next goal is to name a golfer besides Tiger Woods.
Bubba.
Okay, that's a good one. You know, that's a pretty damn good one
because we share a last name.
Yeah. Well, and Bubba with the banana drives too. I love that motherfucker.
That's right.
That's a good dude.
Right. I can name him
because he's a lefty.
Yeah, I love my lefties, dude.
Right.
I know some lefties that no one else knows, man.
That's right.
Because there's like 6 of them.
I can name a NASCAR driver too.
Gordon.
No, come
Jeff
on,
Gordon.
Taylor, you know exactly who I can name.
Jeff Gordon's not racing anymore.
I don't think he's raced for like 10 years.
That's right. Same with Tony Stewart.
Oh well, Tony got
Dale Earnhardt Sr. Is he still racing?
Oh, no, that's
too soon. Too soon.
Too soon.
Oh man,
happened in like 1997.
Dude, I you know what? It's so crazy. My stepdad at the time was literally watching that race, so I was just popping in for my little playtime.
Oh my god!
And I was popping in, and I fucking watched that shit, dude.
Oh shit,
crazy.
That's terrible.
Crazy. Yeah, I've watched like 5 NASCAR races in my life, and one of them was that fucking race, dude.
No, the NASCAR driver I know is Chase Elliott.
Chase Elliott. Oh, we got another one, boys.
Oh, dude, that was weak on Shesterkin.
That's a little squeaker, man.
God. Yeah,
that's a squeaky one.
Yeah,
Bo, huh?
Shesterkin's got to have that one.
He does.
Is that Bo Horvat? That a boy?
That is Bo Horvat, dude.
That is
wow.
That's a really weak goal on Shesterkin.
That is. I mean, if it's Mackenzie Blackwood, would be like, yeah, you know, but it's Shesterkin, dude.
Let me hold on.
Yeah,
Oh man, that was Shesterkin's out of place. Why is he so far right, dude? Or he's so far left? Oh, his angles are way off.
Oh, I think you know what? I think that shot surprised him. That's a quick shot, though.
That went through him. That's a really bad goal.
That went through the wickets, man.
That's really bad. That's a garbage shot too. Like that's not even like.
Well, I think that's the thing. He was off balance, so I think he surprised him a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh my god! What the fuck, dude?
Oh my god!
What is happening here?
The fucking Islanders are alive.
Oh, that guy's got the fisherman jersey on. Hell yeah!
Donnell, what's up, bud? What's going on?
Oh, Donnell, what up, dude?
Well, welcome to the ass-kicking contest that is the Edmonton.
The Edmonton Islanders.
The Edmonton Islanders are up right now.
Dude, Patty Waugh's got his team moving right now.
Dude, I need a cut to the bench. That was. I don't know if that was luck or not. That might have been a little luck, but
I mean, most tips are.
Oh no, that was. Oh, but God, he got fucking. Lindgren just fucking
put down too.
Oh, Lindgren with the raising slash to the midsection.
It's a nice little tip.
Hell yeah. That guy
Look
bought one of those Isles jerseys.
There's like 10 Rangers fans and 1 Islanders fan. Someone's gonna die there that night. You know it.
Donnell, how quickly are those Islanders Stadium Series jerseys going to go on sale? They got to be $60 here in about 2 weeks, right?
Oh, did the Rangers just call a timeout?
Yeah.
Dude, there's a good chance. Oh, Peter is pissed.
Not happy at all. I want to see what Waz. I wish I had a feed of what Waz doing.
There should be a walk cam.
There should be a walk cam.
Walk cam.
Isles. Fuck, man. Who got the third goal?
Barzal got the third of the game or third for the Isle?
Third for the Islanders.
Yeah, Barzal for the Islanders.
Hang on 1 second. I will look it up.
Do you know what they should do? Like PGA on ESPN does.
Oh, good D.
PGA will do like streams of like specific groups and shit. Yep. They should have like a coach cam.
Barzal got the third one for the Islanders.
They should have a coach cam. They should have.
That would be.
I mean, for a little bit there, they were doing like McDavid, like just following McDavid in a tiny screen on the bottom right.
Yeah,
they could bring that back into the.
It's like a Swift cam.
The Swift cam, hell yeah, dude! You know what? Good on her for chugging that beer when she was on cam, dude.
I was pretty impressed with that. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do anyway. Ooh, good hand-eye.
I honestly though, I think that's probably the least amount of football I've watched on Super Bowl Sunday. I did not watch that game, dude. I hate those teams.
I watched it because the party that I went to was fun, but yeah, no, I could care less.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 goals on 9 shots. You think if he lets in one more, he's getting yanked?
He's gone for sure. He's getting yanked unless it's 3-3. If they can tie it up, then I think there's a good chance that Peter leaves him. Oh, he's
pissed off. Oh my shit!
Who would win in that fight though? Like Peter versus Patty?
No, give me Patty. Give me Patty.
Yeah, Patty. Definitely. Patty gets the demons going, dude. Shaking the glass in the middle.
Donnell wants to know ranking the Stadium Series jerseys. Devils are number 1 in my opinion.
Okay. And
then probably these Rangers jerseys. And then Philly and then the Oilers. And again, like I want to clarify, like I don't think the Oilers. Fuck, I keep looking at that. I keep looking at it. I'm like, that's the Edmonton Oilers. Like
that's the problem, right? Like that's
the problem. They're really good Edmonton Oilers jerseys. Like they're super good. Like the Oilers should adopt these jerseys. They're so good. It just doesn't look like I'm watching the Islanders.
Yeah.
Especially because they scored 3 goals in half a period. So it definitely doesn't feel like I'm watching the Islanders.
That's correct.
Right. It should. Yeah. It feels more like Edmonton in all aspects.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. I agree with you there. I think the only thing, Rangers. I like the jersey. I think I said it a little bit earlier. I don't like the NYR on the side of the helmet.
I like it.
So they went down. They went down for me a little bit there. So I probably would go Devils first, but
I don't mind it.
Yeah, I think the Devils are the best. Like that all black and red was real clean.
Yeah,
so clean.
I might have the Rangers second. I think the Rangers jerseys are clean. I like them. But
I do too. I like that. I like the NYR. I guess like the Islanders have the NY on the side, but yeah.
Oh, hey, how's that overaction looking right now? Y'all bet the over?
Yeah, right.
Woo. Yeah, did we throw any money down on this? We throw any points down?
I didn't, but I should have.
Dude, I was talking with my buddy the other day. He is still betting with the commish, dude.
Oh my god, that's a callback.
Right? That's a blast from the past. He lost his part. Oh yeah, we were talking about it. He lost his parlay on the Kraken Boston game. Because I think it ended. I think he took the over at 5.5, and then took Boston straight up, and it was 4-1, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I haven't talked enough shit to him after that one, but
no,
I will. I will.
There you go.
Yeah. So that's I think that's my thoughts on the Stadium Series jerseys. I don't think any of them are like amazing.
Yeah, it's Stadium though, right?
Yeah.
Like it's a league below Winter Classic, right? So
Right. That's supposed to be the marquee one. So
yeah, I do love these outdoor games though, man. Every time it gets cold enough around here, I go look. I've tested a few lakes actually, see if I can skate, but Seattle's not ideal for that.
No,
doesn't work surprisingly.
A little too temperate for.
Yeah.
You need to go up in the mountains for that.
Yeah, they did get some. They got some snow out by Rainier this week sometime. Tuesday, Wednesday.
Probably. Yeah.
So it gets a little cold, but it's not like sustained cold, right? To where like it can freeze the lakes and I can go do that. But yeah, I'm gonna get some of those.
Apparently, there's a super cool outdoor arena in Central Washington, like Enumclaw or Snoqualmie or something like that.
Yeah, it could be. Snoqualmie would make sense, like Cle Elum area. Yeah,
yep.
They get some snow up there.
Yeah. We got Saquon Barkley and Tommy DeVito in the house.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Talking to Weeksy, yeah.
Okay.
Which Tommy DeVito sounds like a man. Like that sounds like an AI generated New Jersey name.
Yeah, it's not.
He looks like an AA.
and he looks like it too. Like
yeah.
Went into Chat GPT and was like, "Give me the top 10 most stereotypical New Jersey names and give me a list."
Yeah. Is that Danny's son?
He was born in a Jersey Mike's.
Oh my god! They shut the restaurant down.
Yeah, God.
No, they left it open. Actually, yeah, people are still getting sandwiches.
Yeah, Danny was slicing up some pastrami while the delivery was going on.
Love it. Good shit. Oh yeah, Weeksy in the middle. Weeksy with a good little fit. I like the. I like the shades, man. I'm into it. Weeksy. Who was it? It was. Biz. Wasn't Biz wearing shades at the Winter Classic too? Like he just. Yeah. Too many blunts to the face for Biz. Dude.
God. Did you see they were interviewing Sarah Nurse and they were asking them about the PWHL and the PWHL wearing full cages and have they considered going to visors? And and basically her response was like, well, she had a reasonable response, which was unlike male hockey, like men's hockey, where in junior you start going to the visor so you can kind of adapt to it. They never have, so a lot of people are more careless with their sticks. But then the next response was like, yeah, and I've got a pretty face, and she basically was like, I don't want to end up in Biz and I forget the other guy, he does the Pens games. They were both like, yeah, you don't want to end up looking like us.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, would I love to see their faces just like we do the dudes? Yeah, 100%. But yeah, I get that. Like, well, and for one, they're not right now, right? They're not making as much money as the guys, so they can't pay for those fucking veneers and shit. Dude.
Yeah, they're the economics of it are a little bit different. Yeah, right. I think that was a point she made, was like, I finally have dental insurance and I don't want to have to use that to replace my top row.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that league evolves, because like we've all talked about, right?
Dude,
I'd love for them to be able to just lay people out, like mirror it pretty good. I think that'd be awesome.
They're crushing it right now. Like they sold out Scotiabank and 19,000 people in Scotiabank. Like
insanity, man. Like, that is insanity
for a league they put together in 6 months. Like they're killing it, dude. They're doing
I think in culmination though, right? I mean, like it's like with business owners, right? Business owners probably start 100 businesses and one or two work out, right? I think there's a little bit of that, right? They tried to figure it out, and now it's like, okay, we got some backing. We're gonna put it in some cities that's gonna fucking work. I think they did really well. So.
I think the backing. I think the Dodgers ownership group, I think, is involved, but like there's money invested in it in a way that there hasn't been before, and in the process they're like, we're gonna set this up like a proper league. We're gonna you guys, we're going to have a PA, we're going to have a CBA. Like, it's not going to be this kind of fly by night operation that other leagues have been. So I think it's been great.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see, because I think there's, I wouldn't say even just cities that already have NHL teams are going to be successful, right? I think there's cities that they could almost move into that, like the NHL either doesn't think is quite going to be a big enough market, or like, doesn't want to get to 70 teams, right? So that city might not get it. So they got some real momentum right now, which is awesome.
Yeah,
love to see that shit, man.
Yeah, it's been awesome, and
I think it just
and the hockey's
gives you an opportunity. Yeah. Oh fuck. Man.
And now that there's one league that can get involved in the NHL, like more representation at like the All-Star games, and the NHL can kind of, there's an opportunity for the NHL to have a similar relationship that the NBA has with the WNBA. Like I think that there's it's been great, and I think it's gonna just keep growing. I think the way they rolled it out has been really smart, with the exception of like team names, obviously, but like that'll all come, and they'll figure all that stuff out. But yeah, it's been like a total success thus far.
100%, dude. 19,000 is so many people.
And
you remember who was it? It was it Montreal again?
I think it was Montreal, Toronto.
Oh really? Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah,
it was
Montreal.
In Toronto. It was crushing. But and the Minnesota team sold out the XL. I think they had 13 or 14,000. So like the people are showing up for it, and it's been awesome. It might have been Toronto.
This is good hockey, man. It's
exactly
good hockey, right?
Mm-hmm.
You throw some of that. You throw a little more hitting, because I think even the ladies have talked about it, right? Like, being a little more physical, I think would definitely benefit them. But yeah, I just overall, like, it's such a high skill level, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'd love for them to bring one close to Seattle, maybe Portland, right? Like maybe Portland's an option. Yeah. And then it's 2.5 from us.
Yeah, I remember like this was obviously years ago, but like I played against the Lamoureux sisters growing up, and they just destroyed everyone. They were so good. They were so good that Jocelyn, the one who scored the gold medal goal in the shootout, they had her play goalie because it just wasn't fair to run them both as forwards.
Oh, shit. That's like I used to play in like the I played normally in the A League, but then would drop down into the B League, but I would play the other hand, right? So I'm normally left-handed, right? So I play righty. Oh yeah, fuck yeah, that's good shit, dude.
Yeah, that's good. There's Patty Waugh barking at people.
There he is. Man, I need a Leatherman. I never got a Leatherman's jacket. That looks fucking good though, dude. Shit.
Yeah, those jackets look nice.
Quick disclaimer: Chance is having a post-drinking night bathroom session, so he will join back shortly.
He's exercising some demons. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Okay. There's definitely like his neighbors, if this goes on any longer, will be calling the police. There's some motion in that apartment.
Oh God.
All right, what do we got here? Shots are 10-3. I never would have. This isn't the way I predicted the game going.
No, not with the goalies involved. You kind of think that. I know they haven't had the world-beating years they have in the past, but it's still 2 of the 5 best goalies in the world, right? So,
right. Maybe those 2, because they're good buddies, right? So maybe these 2 they went too hard. Maybe they wish they were doing what Chance is doing right now.
Yeah.
But instead they're playing in front of the world. So
yeah.
There you go. Here's a good little break. I do like Kreider, man. Kreider is a good fucking guy.
Yeah. Just sits in front of the net and just bangs home rebounds.
Makes his money,
That's right.
Know your strengths, I guess.
I saw a shot chart of this isn't Chris Kreider, but it was Joel Eriksson-Ek, and where Eriksson-Ek has scored most of his goals, it is just right around. It's just right outside the blue paint.
Average proximity of like 4 feet.
It's average like distance per goal is like 1.5 feet, basically. He's just right outside the doorstep. Yeah.
Let's throw this one up here. Igor sucks. If Hank was 28 in net, different team. I don't disagree.
I mean, Igor's.
He's struggling.
I disagree with the premise that Igor sucks, but
Igor
he's not one of the best goalies of his. He's not Henrik Lundqvist. I don't think that's.
He's not playing very well at the moment, anyway.
Yeah, but he's had good seasons. Like he's been a world beater before, right? Oh. It's just an off year. Players have this, and we act like they're never going to be good again, right? It's just
Far be it from me to keep bringing up me meeting the Tampa Bay Lightning coaching staff one day, but
wow, fucking big timer over here.
Yeah. Sitting down with them, like having a legit conversation with like Coop and Vasilevsky's goalie coach, and like all the, according to them, the best goalies in the league are Vazzy, which they're a little biased, obviously.
Sure.
Vazzy, Sorokin, Shesterkin, Sorokin. And then like Ottinger's in there, Gibby's in there. I didn't even say Gibby, but they were like, Gibby, if he was on a better team, he'd be fucking a world beater.
Yeah. I think Gibby's tires are fucking bald, dude. Like he's seen some shit. So
I think he gets a fresh home, and that guy becomes one of the top 5 goalies in the league.
He very, very well could. I mean, what we know of him right now is
his stats,
5 years of getting peppered under Dallas Eakins' system, which Dallas Eakins is just garbage, dude. He was the worst coach I've ever seen, and that's just not even coming from a Duck standpoint. He is the worst coach I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think I looked up his stats. I think he had like 1,600 saves. He had like over 1,500 saves one year. Like that's my concern with Gibson. That's one of my concerns with Gibson is just there's a lot of tread on those tires. And
no, there's zero tread. That's the thing.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Yeah, he's put in a lot of miles.
He's not
a lot of hard miles.
He's not ancient. Okay, and for goalies,
30 years old,
goalies usually bloom late. So I mean, he's still arguably got another 10 years without barring injuries.
Sure, but realistically, what he needs to do is take a year off, go to the Cayman Islands, just not play any fucking hockey, and have someone massage his knees for that whole fucking year, like 3 times daily, and then he can come back and be an absolute stud. And that's for coming from a Ducks fan, dude. He had the most shots against in Ducks history last year. That is stupid. That's fucking stupid. That's too much rubber, man.
Yeah. You're not wrong. I'm not taking away from the fact that the Ducks have hung him out to dry. It's more along the lines of like, I think that with a new home and a actual defensive system in front of him, Gibby will thrive. Like he has posted very impressive numbers on a very bad team that has like completely left him by himself many nights.
Yeah. I mean, this year they've improved from the last 2 years, and that's like saying something.
You've got goalies on like, top 10 teams that don't have the numbers that Gibby does sometimes.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, the Kraken are paying a man $5 to $5.5 million to have shittier numbers. So on a quote unquote better team. So I mean,
if I was Ron Francis, I would do everything in my power to move that contract.
Yeah.
I mean, they gave him a no move.
Tall order.
That's hard to do.
Ronnie did this, dude. Ronnie fucked up.
Like that's part of the problem is they can't move him without his say so. So like,
will Bo Horvat have less than 11 faceoff wins? He has 5 now. Oh, okay. What are the odds? What odds are you putting on that? It seems pretty solid. I mean, at the right number, I might take that one. We'll see. I mean, 5 already?
Yeah. So is he going to win more than 6 faceoffs in the next 2 periods?
3 a period? Yeah, he should be right.
That seems totally within the realm of possibility.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Rangers are going to come out a little bit hotter, but hopefully in the second and third. But at the same time,
but even still, like
faceoffs,
it's just draws, right? Like he's going to have however many opportunities over the next 2 periods. Like, yeah, if he wins 3 of, even if he goes, you know, like
3 of 7.
Yeah. Like I totally within the realm of possibility for him.
Yeah, I would take that money. All right. The Edmonton Islanders. 3-1 currently. Oh, look, they're throwing that fourth line rookie forwards up for the Rangers again. Wow.
Yeah.
All right into the gut. That's a good shot.
Yeah.
I mean,
things have kind of calmed down now.
Yeah, kind of settled in a
little bit. Yeah.
Rangers took that timeout, got time to get barked at and reset, and
that's right. Oh my god! I mean, Goodrow's like what 6'2", 6'3", and he looks
he's 6'2", and he's just dwarfed by those guys.
Jeez, dude, ridiculous.
Yeah,
I like the red on the top of the Rangers gloves.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. Oh, that NYR on the left side of their buckets though. That's
brutal. On the helmets is a bit much. I like the jersey. The helmets are a little excessive.
Feels old school though, right? Like it does have a little bit of that old school vibe to it.
Maybe.
I was gonna say I don't mind it. I guess it's more of like messing with my like mild OCD in the sense of like one side is not New York, one side is the number, and the other side is a like diagonal NYR. Yeah. So like maybe that bugs me a little bit, but I don't mind it.
To that point, like there's not enough space for that in that area on the helmet. Yeah. Like I think that's why it's ugly to me. It just doesn't fucking fit. I don't know. Like you couldn't do the Liberty logo. You couldn't do, come on, man.
I'm a little surprised the Liberty logo isn't anywhere on the kit.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, arm break.
Pass.
Pajot with the arm break.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that a lot.
We'll see. It doesn't look like Rangers only have 6 shots. Jesus.
That's crazy, dude. Who had that on the bingo card?
No, that's a good idea, Taylor. We should do bingo cards for these live streams.
Yeah, I like that.
We'll do giveaways or something.
Who's gonna win in that fight? Gaudreau or Pajot? I feel like Pajot's not quite this. He's a grinder, but I don't know if he's necessarily scrappy.
I'd say Gaudreau.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, you're not gonna full Shesterkin with that.
I don't know. They fooled him with worse earlier in this game. So
that's fair.
That's true.
That's very fair. Yeah. I wonder how cold it is.
It's like 38. I looked it up earlier.
Oh, did you? I asked earlier, but I didn't look it up.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
No. It's good weather for an outdoor game. Like that's basically what it was in Seattle, right? It was like right around 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good enough for the fans, but cold enough to keep the ice with a chiller.
Sure.
Right.
Not like trying LA to keep stadium season.
Yeah, not trying to keep ice at fucking LA or something like that.
God. That one was sick though. They'll never do it again. I'm sure it was too expensive. The utility bill for Gary Bettman and crew was just way too high.
Oh yeah, they were like this was.
I think the Tahoe game made them real gun shy about warm weather outdoor games.
God, that one was sick though, dude.
It looked
outdoor. Yeah,
it looked unreal, but like all the delays and the ice issues, like that was it just became a mess. So I think they're going to be real gun shy about doing anything like that anytime soon.
I don't know, man. We keep getting amazing rivalry between Florida and Tampa. I would love this fucking series.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Battle of the Sunshine State. Speaking of, 9-2 yesterday. Whew.
Yeah, it was a blowout.
Man, Florida just went on a fucking run.
Yeah,
I mean it was a close, good game, and then they just went on a fucking run.
I would have won.
Water.
I would have iced my fantasy matchup against Maxey if I had Sam Bennett in. He put up 2 goals, 2 assists.
You sat him, huh?
He hadn't gotten a point in like 8 games.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's
so. That game sank my team,
dude.
Yeah, there's no
way.
That
game sank my team with Verhaeghe having 2 goals and an assist, and
I
think he had someone else that also was in Florida. And it was just like, holy shit.
Fantasy is all about just make the playoffs, and then I mean, I know that's even just hockey in general, but really in fantasy, just make the playoffs, and you might go on a fucking run.
I mean, that's hard for me this year. Apparently,
going on a run,
just making the
playoffs.
Oh yeah, well you're already, I think you're probably 1 or 2 losses away from battling for the top draft pick.
Yeah, I'm hoping after this week I pick up Devin, and then I pick up a couple other easy wins. Just give myself a fucking chance here.
I can see that. Fuck.
Shout out to Dev. I know he's
got some
kid today.
Extracurriculars.
Oh.
Who's wearing the full shield out there? Romanov? Someone's got a full Bucky on. Oh yeah, there you go. That's a big line. That's not necessarily the line I want to be mixing it up with, Palmieri. Oh man. I mean, Noah's got to stick around on his feet a little more than that, but I think this isn't quite the level of Luke Hughes getting blown up every fucking.
Oh my god, that kid.
Well, it's like Slavkovsky though, right? Slavkovsky was getting fucking murdered, right? And he's kind of started to figure out, okay, I am big also, but I gotta make sure that bigger guys aren't bearing down on me every fucking game. Like, I gotta keep my head up.
10 seconds into the game, a play that happens 100 times a game, like you win the drawback to your D, and he passes it, and he just doesn't have his head on a swivel at all, and just doesn't see him coming, and just gets
just admiring his dumping. He was admiring.
It wasn't even a dumping. It wasn't even a dumping. It was a pass to the wing. He passed it up to the winger, and then he was just watching the pass, and just didn't see the hit coming, and it's like the 3rd or 4th time he's like been in a situation where he should expect contact, and he just doesn't.
Ridiculous, dude.
As someone who was obviously an offensive-minded defenseman when I did play defense, like there's something just so. Like, I'm not saying it's like orgasm levels, but like when you just make that like defensive zone pass up to a cutting winger, you're just like, ooh.
But it wasn't even that. He passed it up the boards.
Nice. It was
nice.
He just passed it up the boards to the winger. Like it wasn't anything. It wasn't anything. It was just right off the draw.
Subpar.
The draw gets one back to him. He takes like 2 strides and passes it up to the near side wing, and then he just gets rocked. Like,
he's just pretending that he just wasn't going to get hit in the National Hockey League. It's 1 second after, right? Like it's just,
and then
I don't know what.
And
he's
then
doing.
I think it was Connect. I think it was Konechny, maybe, but it was just like he just finishes his check, and he's just not braced at all. It just gets laid out. Like
it's ridiculous. All right, I'm gonna take this time to go re-up on some beers.
Yep, I think the same. This will be a good intermission for everybody. We'll be right back.
All right, while we wait, if anybody has questions or things they want to ask, let me know. Hey.
What's your favorite color?
Red.
Wow.
It's a bold choice, I know. I'm very brave.
It's not common, though. Like, how many, not a lot of people pick red.
Yeah. Is it?
I don't know. What do I know?
God. The natural stat trick, the Islanders had 90% of the expected goals at 5-on-5 in the first period.
Yeah,
the shot charts are just brutal. Like, Islanders are all over the front of the net. The Rangers have been shooting from the point, basically. Like, it's
I think what we just watched is a coaching clinic on display. Right? Rangers jump out to a hot start, get that early goal, and then Patty gets the crew going, right? Fucking wakes them up, instant 3-1, right? I don't know. I think his first stint was in the NHL was crazy because he was so hot headed. Like I just feel like he's level headed a little more.
He like didn't he quit on like from the Avs like right before like spring training? Like it was a bit of a mess.
I think it's like a mental thing, man. Because like you're coaching the Q.
Man, he tore up the Q. Like there was, dude. I think it was Scott Powers was saying that like his team in Quebec was one of the best structured junior teams he'd ever seen. Like he had those kids flying.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the tea.
Fresh cup of coffee.
I'm past coffee, bro.
Good shit. Well, I stayed out a little late last night, so
yeah.
It's no hair of the dog for me on
you
on
kids
this particular occasion. Yeah, right.
Kids.
Okay, well, I was thinking during this intermission we talking a lot about hockey and whatnot, but I mean we haven't really gone into these two teams in particular. I want to talk a little bit about the Islanders and the Rangers and their makeup and how they're sitting in the standings and kind of just go from there. What do you think?
No.
Nah.
I'd rather do that than discuss this band that I'm too old to know.
Fuck the Rangers and the Islanders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it doesn't seem appropriate.
Yeah.
What's this guy? Dude, this guy on the keyboard is just vibing. I don't know what this is, man.
I'm too old to know who AJR is, so
I don't know who that is either. Oh, my feet.
Yeah. Him and Quinn, what is it? Quinn X, whatever. They used to be a band.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
So,
all right.
There you go. There's a little trivia for you.
Let's let me pull up real quick here. We'll do standings and then I'll pull up rosters.
I got standings queued up. So the Rangers obviously they're leading the Metro. They're number one right now.
You want to show
Islanders?
that,
I can try. If you
want
to
pull
will.
it up.
If you want to try, I don't have an extra monitor right now, so I'll have you pull it up. But I can talk about it. So the Rangers obviously they lead the Metro. They've got 73 points in 54 games. Islanders are currently one spot out of a wild card. They're 3 points out with the game in hand over the Devils. So they're both definitely.
There we go.
So
just
both
battling,
very much in it. Yeah. But I mean the Islanders have kind of been getting that coaching change bump, bringing Waugh. They've been playing. They haven't been lighting the world on fire. I know they started hot, but been playing better. They're still They're still 3 in the last 10. But
there's no the easy question. Are these teams going to make the playoffs? I don't think we need to sit here and go do any doom and gloom on the Rangers. Yeah, they've not necessarily been as good as they have been. Like they've slumped a little bit, but like they're fine. Rangers are making the playoffs. I wouldn't worry about this team. They're in it. we'll put it this way, and a solid run where everything comes together in the playoffs, could easily see them in the Stanley Cup final. Despite the Wheeler injury, I mean, I don't know. Wheeler is not who he used to be.
He hasn't been doing all that much this year, right? So,
but I'm sure he's a good locker room guy. I'm sure he's a good glue guy. So like that might suck.
He was like a half a point a game for them. Like,
okay,
he was contributing, but not, he wasn't lighting the world on fire.
Replacement level still.
Sure.
So I'm not too worried about. Are you guys worried about the Rangers at all? I'm not worried about the Rangers at all.
No, not as far as making the playoffs.
Yeah, I think worst case scenario, right? I think a lot of the reason that the Rangers quote unquote struggles have even been highlighted is because Shesterkin hasn't been crazy good.
Yep.
Right. But Quick has been very good.
Yep.
Right. So if push comes to shove, all you do is just start playing Quick a little more games, and you're fine. So yeah, I'm not worried about Rangers really at all.
The interesting thing with the Rangers is I keep seeing Capo Caco floated around as they might be shopping him, which normally like shopping a depth guy isn't interesting, but just given the draft pedigree, and him and Lafreniere kind of been in this place where they were number 1 and number 2 draft picks respectively. Yeah. But because of the way that the lineup is structured, they're not getting power play time. They're not playing up in the lineup because why would you? Like they're not better than the guys they have ahead of them. And so I think
Kreider,
exactly. Yeah. Right. Like they're not going to bump those guys out. So I think it's interesting that if they're shopping Kako, like what do they see in him? Is he a guy that they're going to try and that they think his ceiling is just a third line depth guy? Because I know there's been talk out of New York that Lafreniere has maybe made a little bit of a step, but I think so. That's the one thing for me is interesting is like, does Capo Caco in a different situation where he might get to play up the lineup, does that kind of rejuvenate his career, or
100%.
is this just what he is, and what he is a third, fourth line right winger?
It's really interesting with Kako because I don't have the exact numbers, but they were showing the numbers when he played with Kreider and Zibanejad, and they're really good, right? The points weren't quite there, but his defensive side of the puck, the scoring chances that they were producing as a line, that kind of thing, they were elite, right? So I don't think, maybe a different system, right? Maybe a whole different team where he is closer to one of the go-to guys. I think, I think he can thrive. So the kid's still only dude. I think he's probably only 20 years old, right? So
he's 22, and he had 18 goals and 22 points last year playing down the lineup. So he's for their roles they're producing. But the open question is, if given more ice time, given more getting to play higher up the lineup, would that correlate to being more of what you would expect from being a number 2 overall pick?
Well, and I think it just allows, right? So like a lot of what the highlights are, his defensive side of his game is actually pretty solid, right? So the what he was drafted on, what his draft pedigree of being an offensive contributor, he's basically laid the foundation for his defensive side of his game, right? So that stuff is eventually it's just natural for him. It's just going to kind of come around. So yeah, I'm in the camp. Change of scenery, maybe. I can see them trading him maybe for more of a vet guy, right? Someone who's kind of focused towards them winning right now. But yeah, I'm not ready to call guys bust until they're well into what you consider their prime slot, which I know this has moved down a little bit, but 24 to 28, right? If by 24 you're still not producing at the level that you were supposed to produce at and were drafted at, then yeah, you have a problem. But I think up until say 23, 24, I wouldn't be worried. So
yeah, he's not in his peak. So like there's definitely room to take another step. But I guess the question is, with the chances and the opportunities that he's got with the way this roster is constructed, is he going to have the opportunities to take that step?
Right. I think that's why moving it makes sense. Yeah.
Kako strikes me as it's primed for one of those let's trade broken toys trades.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Where like, we've got a guy who has a lot of talent and a huge upside, but just isn't really working out here. you have one of those as well. Let's flip them to each other and just see if they thrive better in these environments. And that's kind of, so like a Patrick Laine PLD trade, like where it's like, okay, both these guys are not necessarily happy. We know that they're talented. We know that they have huge upside. We know that they could be, top players on their teams. They're just not liking where they are, or the chemistry is not right, or one of many other reasons. Let's swap and see if it works out. And I actually really like, those are some of my favorite trades in the NHL, because it's a situation we don't get to see a lot of, like, 1-for-1s anymore. And I really like that idea of, like, both teams are just gambling,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just trying to figure out, right, like, based on, what your plan is, who your coach is, what your systems are.
Yeah.
Does that player maybe fit into your plans better than they have been, like kind of what Aaron's talking about, right? Just doesn't quite fit in New York.
What would be an equivalent exchange for you? So let's go down the rabbit hole for a second. Let's say that Capo is available. He is being shopped, and it's even a situation that I said, like, where, another team comes up, like, I've got a broken toy, you've got a broken toy, let's swap. What would be an equivalent exchange for you? Like, I'll get the ball rolling. Like, it wouldn't be like a Zegras thing, right?
No. I don't think you can go 1-for-1 for those two.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't.
So I just set the bar. So it's like, it's lower than Zegras. Does anybody ring a bell? Does anybody come to mind of, like, is it like a PLD situation again? Is Kakko going
PLD again?
PLD to New York for Kakko?
I think with Kakko, it's going to be tricky. I don't know if there's necessarily, like, not off the top of my head, I don't think there's someone who's technically 1-for-1 right now. I think because of where he's at, I think you're going to have to give, if you're the Rangers, you're going to have to give up a little bit more than a 1-to-1, depending on who it is, unless you want to take an absolute swing on, someone that is technically a little more lost than Kakko, right? Then yes, maybe you would kind of potentially look towards 1-to-1. But I think what this team needs, where they're at in their cup aspirations, right? I think you either go get someone like a Buchnevich, right? Like, which you already had, which I think is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But
and I think Kakko would thrive. I mean, the Avs wouldn't do that, but that's a great, or Blues rather.
Blues, yeah.
But I think Kakko would probably flourish in that, 1-for-1. That's close-ish.
Yeah, I think
I would say that
you'd still. I think Rangers.
You're getting closer. You're getting closer in the ballpark, I think.
Buchnevich, you would still have to send something back if you're the Rangers.
Agreed.
I think you'd probably go Kakko, and even first or second. I think you're even in that realm for Buchnevich. But yeah, I think and maybe it's just me. I can't think of someone off the top of my head who's exactly a 1-for-1 for him. But
yeah. I just think from like a team, like the teams that would be interested. No, I wouldn't.
No, not with what he's been doing lately.
Right, I know.
Yeah.
But there was a time though that they were panicking.
That's right.
There was a time they were panicking, and they're like, "What do we got to do with this kid?"
To that point, I think the Habs might make sense as a fit, because they're like, if you're trading for a guy like this, you're betting on the upside, and to get that, you're going to need to give him ice time. And so if a team like Montreal that's in a rebuild and is slowly coming out of it, taking a flyer on a guy like Kakko, because if it doesn't work out, and this is just what he is, well, you're not going to be good for the next couple of years anyway.
Well, the Canadians are about out of salty vets that they would trade for, though. I mean, and who's a problem child on the Montreal Canadiens? I think they like most of their kids.
Yeah.
Unless you're not looking to get rid of Suzuki, obviously.
No,
you want
they're
to keep.
They're not going to trade the core, like the Suzuki, Caulfield, Slavkovsky. Like, I don't think they would trade that, but I think a team like that's trying to come out of a rebuild that has the opportunity to take a flyer on some guys. Yeah, like,
how about what if I threw like a Peyton Krebs at you?
Yeah, I've heard Casey Middlestat being thrown around a little bit too.
I could okay. Now we're getting closer. I think
that would be a steal for the Rangers.
Agreed. Agreed.
Like, Casey Middlestat's, I think, is because he's shown it at the NHL level in a way that Kakko hasn't yet. I think that I think that would be if the Rangers pull that off, that would be they would
look how young this team is, dude. Holy shit.
It's not, and they're just we talked about it before, like, but for those who don't listen to our show, first off, you should subscribe to the Dusty Bender podcast. We've talked about it before. When the season started, the 3 teams in the East to watch to see who was going to take the step was Ottawa, Buffalo, and Detroit. Some had all 3 of them taken a step forward. Others had none of them or a combination of. And in this particular case, man, I don't know. Buffalo might be the biggest surprise. Like, to me, Ottawa didn't do anything, and nothing of note. Basically, they just lost to Brinkat and added Tarasenko and swapped up inconsistent goaltenders. Mm-hmm. That was about it. I didn't see Ottawa. I didn't buy into the hype of Ottawa. But Buffalo, I mean, you look at this roster, like you just said, Taylor. Like, there's reason to be optimistic on this for this team.
Mm-hmm. Well, and Luukkonen just decided that he was all this talk about Devin Levi, and he is the goalie, right?
Well, Devin Levi.
You don't want Levi getting hung out to dry every night for his.
Right. Throw him in the AHL, let him cook a little longer.
Levi came straight out of college
right,
and the Buffalo Sabres were like, "You're going to be the guy," and that obviously hasn't
always a recipe.
Needs a little
success.
So like that's all fine, and we're back into
the season in the AHL. What's Buffalo's?
Last night when they were playing, I heard they were 10 games out or 10 points out of a playoff spot. When they were playing the Wild.
Who? Buffalo?
Yeah, Buffalo was.
Oh, yeah. Buffalo's not making the playoffs. They're down in the basement with Ottawa. So I don't know. I think maybe I would have seen Buffalo. I don't necessarily want to say a playoff team, but I didn't see them in the basement with Ottawa and Columbus. I didn't see them. Ooh, Islanders 4-1.
Yeah, he's getting yanked.
He's done. That's about it. That was a weak goal.
Oh, ESPN shut my stream off on me. Yeah,
Okay, I'll keep you posted. So it looks like Anders Lee, based on celebrations at the moment. Who doesn't love another guy who tries hard and loves the game kind of thing?
Oh, fuck.
Okay, so it looks like a tip, but I don't know if he got anything on it. Let me see. Better view from the above. Okay, here it comes.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I
can't tell if he got it.
Based on the celebrations, I think he got it.
Yeah, based on it seems like he did, but I can't, like, from that view, it doesn't. Yeah, I think he did.
And he's still in the pipes, dude.
Well, okay, and I will. So if it is a tip goal, like, always kind of the rule of thumb for me is, like, if there's a tip goal, it's rarely the goalie's fault. Like, that is the defenseman's job it's the defenseman's job to clear that guy out so he doesn't tip it. So maybe that one's not necessarily on him.
And I don't disagree with you, but I think I'm a momentum guy, right?
Oh, and quick. I mean, Shesterkin is in this because he's earned it in the sense of he's been with the team for a while. But if Laviolette was being smart, he would have started quick.
Well,
yeah. I think we're hitting the point where, like, regardless of whose fault the goals are, you just need to make, if nothing else, to send a message to the rest of the room. Like, you hung him out to dry, and now I got to pull him. Like, sending a message to everyone else more than in a diamond.
Exactly.
He's letting some bad goals, but, like, come on.
Yeah, if I'm Laviolette, like, I'm pulling him, and then I'm literally walking up and down the bench going, "You fuckers did this, right? Like, you guys pulled him, right? Yep. Like, come on, man."
Yeah, like, Andrew, what's up?
Hey. Yeah, like
I'm doing great, Andrew. I don't know about you, but I'm doing real good.
First period was a shit show. The Edmonton Islanders or the New York Oilers are up 4-1. They pretty much dominated the first period after an early goal by the Rangers.
Apparently dominating this period.
Yeah. They had, according to Natural Stat Trick, the Islanders had 90% of the expected goals. The expected goals share in the first period. Like
21-9. Shots are 21-9. Yeah, 21-9. That's fucking.
And the Islanders played every card he has. He called the early timeout. They got into the period. I'm sure he gave them undressed them in the locker room.
He could put quick in.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Pull your
and that's the only thing he has left to get the guys in front of him going. Like,
jumble the lines. I don't know. I mean, it's, maybe stack that first line with Panarin, Trocheck, and Zibanejad. I don't know.
Maybe just play that 6-7 line, dude. They've had all the energy.
Yeah, and they had the early fight. Like they're
dude, they're ready to play.
I bet not going to win with 9 shots.
Insane, dude.
No, it's not.
It's ridiculous. Like this is just ridiculous.
Like what is Panarin?
They got 10 now.
I don't even think I've seen Panarin. Like, is he just
right?
a ghost? He seems he's been empty in this game.
Well, the entire Rangers offense has been
fair,
borderline non-existent. So
that's fair. But I mean, Panarin's supposed to be that. So isn't you know what? Isn't that like a huge criticism of Panarin? Like he gets into like these high pressure, like when the games matter kind of thing, he doesn't show up.
Yeah, I think playoff stuff, right? But I think he becomes more of a passer in these games, right? And so then you can lose him a little bit. But I mean, fuck, we haven't even
that could be frustrating as a coach. Like when you've got a guy who marks himself as a scorer, and then when you finally need
I disagree. Panarin is a pass first guy. That's who he is. He's not. I think he's having a nice year to where he's putting up a little more goals, but he's a pass first guy.
He's been playing really well lately, and part of that is he's been shooting more.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, in this game, like Jesus, like no one's having a good game in for the Rangers. Like
I don't know if I don't know if I agree on that. Like it's when you've got guys that are putting up 40 plus goals every year, like they're not passers or they're not pass first guys.
All right, let's pull his stats up because I think you're wrong.
Okay. Well, it's like with Kane. Like people are like, "Oh yeah, Kane's just the ultimate playmaker. Like he's not necessarily a shooter." It's like Kane was scoring like fucking 35, 40 plus goals a year. Like what do you mean? Like of course
Panarin's never been a 40 goal scorer.
Yeah.
Never? Okay.
His highest goal total is 32.
Okay.
And that was an absolutely insane Panarin year.
Yeah, that was when he was in the Hart conversation. Like
was that Columbus year?
No, it was the first year in New York. He had 95 points, and
so I mean, so to backtrack a little bit, right? Still a 30 goal scorer, right? He's having one of those years where, like Aaron's saying, he's shooting the puck a lot more. Whereas last year, yeah, he still had 29 goals. That's nothing to scoff at, but 63 assists, right? He's
sure. Okay, that's fair.
More of a passer.
I acquiesce. You got
but I mean, 30 goals. That's still. I mean, yeah. To what Aaron was saying, shoot the fucking puck, dude.
Right.
You know.
I think
that's a really nice.
I think not. I mean, mark this on the fucking calendar. But like, I think of pass first guys like to me is like Alex Wenberg.
Yeah,
like,
Backstrom.
Wenberg is not going to shoot the puck. He is always going to look for a pass. Like, unless somebody bounces a puck literally off of him and it goes in the goal. I remember it was the year with Panarin. He was centering the first line in Columbus with Panarin, and the guy had like 1 goal and 45 assists. Like it was was nuts.
Yeah. Speaking of Alex Wenberg, heavily linked to the Rangers as a trade target.
Couldn't be happier about that. Couldn't be happier. We'll swap him for Kakko. Ooh, Wenberg for Kakko. Who says no?
Yeah, the Rangers. I mean, but Kraken, right? Kraken sending a second in Wenberg, maybe that gets it done.
Francis won't do that.
Francis should.
He's gonna find a Pavel Datsyuk in the 5th round. Like he'll never give up.
Yeah, no, he thinks he's smarter than everybody in the room.
That's so annoying. I understand.
There's Panarin for you.
There he is. Yeah, he keeps popping up. Over to Fox.
You got the headstone on him. There you go.
Oh,
okay.
Panarin there. Tries to get shot off. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but back to it. I mean, but that's the same thing, right? Like we make fun of all these people on Twitter, right? Like I've seen Toronto fans do it a little bit. I've seen everybody does it.
Hey,
right?
There it is.
Here's essentially,
and it was Panarin.
Like that was in it. That seemed to never hold him out. Oh shit. Okay.
There you go. But yeah, but we see everybody do it, right? Like here's my broken, shitty toys, and give me someone who is good, right? It's just like realistically, this would never fucking happen, right? Like,
no, like another maybe it just popped in my head. Like
that's a snipe.
He's not available now. He's happy in Dallas, but Matt Duchene was like a perfect example of like a broken toy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like needed a home, wasn't finding the perfect fit. Yeah, this seemed like it was inevitable.
I mean, he
found tip. It was a tip.
Was it tipped?
This is a tip.
Please tell me it was Kreider.
It was a little It was a little floppy.
Not Kreider.
Yeah,
Damn it.
No. If you want Kreider, it's not Kreider.
I needed that fantasy point. Anyway.
Say I need Palmieri and Lafreniere to do something.
Yeah, bald little head of Panarin, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Good for him. It's like he had an
an
anti-lice thing or what?
I don't know what it was. He had a sick flow though.
Yeah, man. What are you getting rid of that for? Donated to charity
was that what it was?
I don't know. Maybe. Good old Panarin.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, good call. All right, who's scoring next? Apparently, whoever Chance is bringing up is fucking burying one. So, Chance, who we got?
Yeah, Chance Curtis has another guy for not shooting.
Kyle Palmieri really needs to get into this game. I feel like,
the Islanders for sure need another one.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I apologize. Alex Lafreniere really needs to step up in this game.
There we go.
I feel like Lafreniere. You know what? Let's talk about Lafreniere for a second because
it is tipped. Trocheck?
Yep.
Trocheck got that one, huh?
Trocheck with the goal.
Okay, those jerseys on the back. Even I think I like the fucking number side better of those, man. Man, those are winning me over a little bit.
Rangers jerseys.
Those Devils ones are sick, just the black and red, but
yeah, those are real clean.
Yeah. No, I think Lafreniere is in a different conversation as Kakko. Like Kakko has been, I don't want to say a bust, but he has not been as what they were they're hoped. Whereas Lafreniere is, he's only what, 21, 22?
I think it was the next year, right? Wasn't it like
he was the year before
after Hughes? Well, they took Kakko after Hughes, and then the next year they took Lafreniere, right?
But I think Lafreniere was the year before.
I think they're willing to be a little more patient on Lafreniere because Lafreniere was like marketed as a Bedard type player. Like they were hoping that Alexis Lafreniere was just lighting up the queue and was supposed to be a generational talent that we think of as like Bedard. And that definitely hasn't panned out. But the high expectations are something that arguably can't be met.
Dude, that drives me nuts every year. Like the overuse of the term generational talent. Like not every year. There's not a generational talent in every draft year. Like
no,
Alexis Lafreniere, and like people have done it with like Macklin Celebrini. They did it with Shane Wright. Like they did it with Jackie. Like not every player
there's not a Connor McDavid every year.
But by definition, they're not generational play. Like that doesn't mean they're not very good. They're not, like you end up in like situations where like you're looking and you're like, yeah, like with the draft this guy first overall, and it's like, well, yeah, sometimes there's a Connor like McDavid in the draft, and sometimes there's just not, and like not every year, and it drives me nuts with like pre-draft coverage because like the draft comps that people throw out, and like, oh yeah, this guy he shoots like Austin Matthews, and it's like, well, no, he doesn't. Like he has a good shot. He doesn't have like one of the best shots in the world. Like
they put him on the same shooter tutor, and like and Celebrini was just burying every corner.
It's crazy. Well, it's crazy. Like it drives me. It's one of my biggest pet peeves around the draft every year. Is like this third round round he skates like Adam Fox. Like no, he doesn't.
Sure, we like to talk shit about the Q too. Like I mean, any player that lights up the Q and is like overrated, like you definitely take it with a grain of salt. Like
Patrick Waz Q, dude, come on.
Yeah, Patrick Waz Q. That's correct.
Real quick before we go too far. 2019 was Kakko. 2020 was Lafreniere.
Okay.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But back to back, right? I mean, they had a one or a two, and then a one.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Sorry, go back.
No, you're good. Like you always take a player with the Q with a grain of salt, like especially now that, I mean, I know they got rid of fighting, but what are the odds that the Q gets rid of hitting here soon? And it just becomes NCAA. It's no one's going to want to play in that league because it's not going to prepare you for the actual show.
I don't know. That hasn't stopped the NCAA from having top prospects every year. Like
that's fair.
Like,
but you've got those guys come in. And they sometimes have a bit of a rude awakening when it comes to physicality. We're seeing
yeah.
It's the culture of the NHL. Like, I mean, Torts, all the old guys are now complaining about it. Like Torts is like, these guys don't know how to protect themselves.
Yeah.
Because, hitting is just not as stressed in the lower leagues.
Yeah. I think your margin of talent, right? I mean, if you're thinking of your margin of talent, you're basically
talent
saying
is higher, 100%.
Well, but I mean, in NCAA, right? You're so much better than a lot of these other. You're playing your freshman or sophomore year because you are that good.
Yeah.
Right. You have that much time and space and don't really have to worry about hitting because you're just way faster. Right.
Yeah.
You're that much bigger. You're that much better of a player. Right. So I mean, at this, you kind of have that. Luke Hughes is a perfect example, right? I don't need to worry myself with getting fucking smashed because no one did it to me in the NCAA,
right?
And it's not because
and now look, like we just talked about it. Like Jack's
Just
getting fucking ragdolled a lot. Like he's getting hit quite a bit.
Yeah, that's where I want my D to come from, dude. NCAA, all day.
And there's like in this game, Adam Fox played NCAA. Like there are like every year the NCAA is turning, especially now more than ever, because now more teams want their guys to go. They don't want them to go right from junior so that a lot of more coaches are sending guys. And now that they're looking at, I don't know where the vote stands, but they're looking at expanding and allowing eligibility for guys to come in from the CHL. So like your junior eligibility is out, and now you can go play NCAA hockey. Like,
right.
NCAA hockey is one of the best development leagues in the world. Like
agreed.
Agreed. Well, and it's where the money is, right? Like when you have a top tier college sports program, just blanket in general, you're going to get it. The college just is going to be able to put more funding into a program than say, the Spokane Chiefs, the Tri-City Americans, and the WHL. That being said, like I might be mildly biased here, but the WHL to me is a decent development league in the sense that there's still a bit of physicality to it, and the guys kind of have to be tough.
It was the O for me, but the WHL has really come a long way.
I would say O is probably the best, but the WHL is a close second in my opinion.
Yeah, over the Q 100%.
Yeah. Oh, well, the Q is the worst. Like I don't.
Dude, give me some guys from the BCHL, man. Let them fucking beat the hell out of each other. I love that shit.
Right. Yeah, isn't there 4? Isn't there? There's the WHL, the OHL, the Q, and something else.
Well, a little lesser the BCHL, and then there's one in there's one towards there's one in like Nova Scotia area, like East Coast stuff, but I don't remember what that's called right now.
Yeah,
I thought because I always thought there was 4 leagues in the CHL.
In the CHL, I think there's only 3.
Okay, I was gonna there's 4 because
they do one from each league and then they do the host
and then the host.
That's right. You're right. You're 100%.
It's the W. It's the Q. Yeah.
You're absolutely right. So I think the O is really good with the WHL in a close second, and then the Q is in a very distant third.
Yeah, well, I mean, but to Patty Waugh and his Edmonton Islanders defense here.
Yeah.
They just took it, right? They just took the Mem Cup. So
that's right. That's true. I mean, you don't see that very often. Normally the Memorial Cup is won by a team in the other leagues, but
right.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Q is definitely more to your point, right? It's more of a finesse.
Yes.
Points, a lot of goals. So for the Q to have a team like Patty's, it wasn't the Pete's. God dang it. Either way, right? For Patty's team to just go in there and have structure and they're playing behind Patty with a little more aggression, right? Like
right.
That's just there's a reason that they dominated and did good against the other leagues. So
sure. Well, and going back to the point of like I think Taylor, you and I said it on the last episode, which by the way, if you guys are new to the stream, welcome. We are the Dusty Bender podcast, folks. If you guys don't listen to us or know us, please give us a follow. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Follow us on Twitter. We're doing giveaways and shit here semi soon. So we're pretty excited to be here and live streaming this game. We were talking about like Bedard in the last episode, or maybe the episode before that. We were talking about Bedard, where that hit, like that was very much like I don't want to be that like old timer guy, like welcome to the show, kid. But that was very much a welcome to the show, kid moment. Like he split D And if he was in a lower league, he would be able to just, pivot hard to the left and fire it top shelf.
Yeah.
But the NHL defenseman who literally didn't even hit him that hard, like he split 2D and then just got his clock clean. It was a clean hit and it was fine. And in fact, if anything, Bedard ran into him because under normal circumstances, he would probably be able to juke somebody out, but he just couldn't because that's the NHL and he's going to get his fucking clock cleaned. Whereas probably in the lower leagues, they would have played stick on stick and tried to keep up with him.
Right. Yep. It is in to Andrew's point. Like it's good to see Bedard back, right? I mean, he's good. He's good for the league.
He's good for the game.
He's good for the game.
And as much as people hate on Chicago right now for very
because they're going to get Celebrini too. Like we all know it's rigged. Like,
they're
going to get Celebrini.
Don't say that.
They are. They're gonna get Celebrini. There's no way.
I'm not even saying you're wrong because like right now they have the best odds to do it, but like fucking just I don't. That's just gross. Like
they will. They'll if Chicago went on an absolute heater for the rest of the season, ended up like 12th from the bottom, they would still get the number 1 pick. It's just
what were their odds? What were their odds last year? Because the Ducks had the best odds. Was Chicago 2 or were they 3?
There were 3.
Yeah, so
were they behind Columbus?
It's like they were 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really weird how it works, right? So it's like the Ducks had the highest percentage for second. I don't. It was something that was super weird, but yeah. Either way, like Celebrini's going there.
Isn't the draft lottery like at a very weird like part in the like they announce it during the playoffs?
It's like in between periods of the final.
Yeah, it's like always like awkwardly like in the middle of like the semifinals or something like that. They don't wait till the season is over or the playoffs are over. They announce it during playoffs.
I know you guys want to watch this game, but we have draft odds that are in.
Oh,
you're right because it's like I think you're right because I think it's like after the first round or something.
It's
right?
It's really weird. Very
bizarre.
So when we're trying to maybe it's to like appease the teams, like fans of teams that aren't in the playoffs, so they have a reason to look forward to something as they watch their team not in the playoffs.
What do you guys think about Panarin's back tuck for his jersey? Oh, there's a couple Rangers that are doing it, dude.
As a short dude who perpetually never had a jersey that fit me, I understand.
Gotta tuck it. Yeah.
I get it.
Rocked it, dude.
No, I let that stuff hang down to my freaking knees, dude. Like,
so it becomes
let it flow. Yeah, absolutely. No, can't see any breezers. It's just you just letting it fly.
I mean, when I was younger, man, I did that, and I literally would show up to the rink, and I'd be the biggest looking bender, and then I'd go out and score like 2-3 goals.
Yeah, I don't know what that feels like. I never did it, so. We got a question from Andrew to tell us a little bit about yourselves. So you guys want to?
Yeah, I can give us a little
5'9".
I like long walks on the beach.
Yeah, long walks on the beach. 100. God, it's probably it'd probably get you close to 200 with this.
You can hit me up on farmersonly.com. That's where you'll find me.
You are on Farmers Only, aren't you?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, you got that Farmers Only look to you.
That's right. Probably the most effective way in northern Idaho.
That's correct. Yeah.
That or Christian Mingle.
Christian Mingle. Yeah. No, they won't. They won't let me on Christian Mingle. They do a background check and I'm immediately banned.
Ooh, he's an atheist. No. Apparently, according to Connor, I'm starting my Formula F1 career soon. So
that's right.
Yeah, they get real mad at my first match on Christian Mingle. They asked me about it, and I told them I wasn't superstitious, and then I got banned.
You're just a little stitious.
But yeah, so Dusty Better podcast going on for about 3 years now. Andrew, once again, check us out and subscribe to us. Kicked up with Taylor and I. We played college hockey together back at U of I, and noticed that we had some good chemistry when we did a radio spot at a charity event where they were shamelessly whoring us out to make money.
Yeah, we liked it though, right?
Like, we did. Yeah, we were
not like
very happy.
Twisting our arms. We were like,
we were happy to dress up and do all that shit. But anyway, kicked up the show after that. It was kind of just a hobby, but now it's gaining a lot of traction, and we're really excited about it. Our show is mostly a general hockey podcast, but I'd be lying if we, didn't necessarily place an emphasis on the Kraken every once in a while, because we are in the Pacific Northwest, and that's kind of our home team up here. But Taylor grew up a Ducks fan and / Arizona fan when he was living there, and I grew up a Red Wings fan and also kind of a Vegas fan when they first came in. So kind of has some other loyalties out there, but we have a good general knowledge, and we actually recently just brought on Aaron as our producer to help us out and kind of grow the show.
Yeah.
Yep. Now we got to deal with Aaron every day.
God, it's a tough life.
Crap,
I don't know if it's tougher for us or for him every time that we say something that might get us sued, but
he definitely rolls his eyes.
There's
got a professional eye roll on him.
That's right.
He loves our tangents where we're like, no, listen, without a doubt, Torts wears a gimp suit after the games. Like we all know this. Like this is absolutely a fact.
I need a sword so I can just mute your mic. Just chance to say something stupid. Okay. But then I would never unmute your mic, so like there's that. So
that's fair.
Yeah, that says more about you than Chance, but it's fine.
That's right.
Yeah.
Bando does everything. Says need Kyle to score 1 point. Kyle, who?
Yeah. Kyle Palmieri, bro.
Palmieri? Okay.
Yeah.
Brando, I'm right there with you, man. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Kyle Palmieri, bud.
Yeah, and Andrew, to answer your question, no, I am not a Ducks fan. I am I'm a Kraken fan now, but growing up, I was much more in the Minnesota, Winnipeg area. I'm from North Dakota originally, so I have a lot of.
God, you had a very bland childhood then.
Yeah, he only knows like Dustin Byfuglien's niece and shit. Just fucking Parise comes to his outdoor barbecues and
I don't know Dustin Byfuglien.
Aaron wakes up in a cold sweat in the middle of the night and just goes, Parise and Sutter. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God!
Yeah.
He's rolling around. No, not 15 years. Don't do that.
Don't buy him out. Don't buy him out.
Yeah.
Stock the pipeline.
Chance doesn't know what to do when every Hall of Famer doesn't sign there when they're 30.
And I get triggered on Zegras, so we all have our faults.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
So
100%. We've got our things. Yeah, we've got start time. If you tell me that Alex Wenberg is a second line center, I might fucking throw fits.
Yeah, or that Zach Hyman is like the best goal scorer in the league.
Oh my God, it's not necessarily on Zach Hyman. Okay, it's more of along the lines of I disagree with any top. What is it? Top 3.
Did you have to bring up Zach Hyman? Now we're going to be here for 30 minutes.
I'm so sorry. Let's move on. We're showing the highlights.
I'm segueing off of it in the sense of like least liked fan bases from the Dusty Bender podcast. Toronto's up there, but Edmonton fans can be really annoying. And
then for me, it's LA, dude.
Yeah, and the LA, but you got the Ducks, the connection there.
Well, but they suck.
But Ottawa fans can be really annoying too. But anyway, it's just we've gotten in arguments with Edmonton Oilers fans on more than one occasion about I think they like to fool themselves into thinking that that team is not just McDavid and Draisaitl. I think they try to brainwash themselves into thinking they have a deep team that,
it's McDavid,
if McDavid goes down, we'll be fine. It's like, no, you won't be. Like,
yeah, Darnell Nurse is going to bury all their goals.
Look at every one of your playoff runs. Like, if you can just shut down those two guys, you'll lose. Like, it's over.
Yeah.
There was a
90%. Aaron, that's a good. He's pushing through. Aaron, that's a good
too, I think.
Stat question. How much percentage-wise does McDavid and Draisaitl account for Edmonton's scoring?
I don't recall the stat offhand. I can dig up the text, but it was like when they're held without a point, it was like they were like 672-1 or something like that. Like it's an insane. They're insane.
Holy shit!
Their record is awful when neither one of those guys has a point.
What's your guess, Aaron? I have a guess.
I would say that
I think it is.
McDavid.
I'm going to go with 672. I'm going to dig up the text here. Give me 1 second.
I was going to say it's got to be over. I would say it's 50. It's got to be half. Like they account for half their scoring.
I was going to say 54.
Okay,
that's what I was going to go with. 54%.
I'll do Price's Right rules and say 50%, so I'm not over.
Wow, so I had to go first so that I lose Price's Right. That's fucking
right.
great.
I'm going to guess $1.
$1. I bet $1, Bob.
Oh shit! Spin the wheel, baby.
That's right.
Well, then it was wasn't it Drew it was Drew Carey for a little bit, wasn't it? We moved on from Bob.
Isn't it still just Drew Carey?
It might be Drew Carey.
It is Drew
which
Carey.
is a damn shame because he left Whose Line Is It Anyway to fucking do that shit. Whose Line was so good with Drew Carey, dude.
Yeah. And then who the God. I used to know her. She's on Archer. Oh God.
Oh yeah,
she's Lana.
Yeah, she's Lana on Archer. She's hosting.
Oh yeah.
She's pretty funny though too.
She is.
But Whose Line was so good when it was Wayne Brady.
Yep. That was a great
Drew
show.
Carey.
There's a reason they brought it back.
Yeah. The two guys, that the fucking tall, goofy dude and then the bald dude. Those guys with Wayne Brady, it was just perfect. That was fucking perfect.
I really did. Right now, we are in a good era of game show hosts between Drew Carey on that and then what's his face on Family Feud.
Family Feud.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Harvey.
Yeah.
Harvey.
Yeah. He's
Family
hilarious.
Feud sucks, dude. It's fine.
I won't watch it, but I think he's funny.
Yeah.
I'm not a Family Feud.
Steve Harvey. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you. Yeah, I know.
If anything, we need
Toronto.
to
You know what? Like we do give Toronto some shit, but yeah, there's a good portion of the fan base that sucks. So, Andrew, we're just hoping hoping you're one of the good ones because a lot of that fan
Steve
base
Harvey,
is
Andrew, we hope you're one of the good ones, but Toronto, it's very annoying that people think that the Leafs are just good for what's good for the Leafs is good for hockey.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, fuck you. Like no one outside of Toronto likes you. Okay, that's a bit of an embellishment, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know. We got what you were going for.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Okay, we're pushing a little bit here, boys.
Yeah.
30 shots here, 34 to 15.
Look at these passes. Oh my God, the Islanders.
I haven't seen this out of them in 17 years.
Islanders just moving the puck. Okay, finally fucked it up, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turning Anders Lee into Brian Trottier. Like.
Sure. That'll never happen again, except for today.
That's right.
Definitely not.
Dobson with 2 assists, though. Man, I shouldn't have let him go in fantasy. That's a fucking mistake.
Dobson. Yeah. Oh, nice little cross check to the arm. That was good. It's fun. Oh, it's kind of becoming a shooting gallery now.
Yeah, there's a little. They've loosened up a little bit, which is weird. 2-goal lead, man. Worst lead in hockey. Come on.
I think I think Laviolette basically.
Oh, that was in.
That is in. Yep.
Wow, they all got in a fucking perfect synchronized line there to celebrate that one. That's pretty solid.
Was that Trocheck again?
That again. That looks like Trocheck, yeah.
Though.
Oh yeah. Solid little muzzy on Trocheck though, huh?
All right.
They got starting to trend or something.
Weird how that works.
All right, let's see this. Lafreniere in front. I like that. Oh, the little chip shot, dude.
Oh my God.
The little chip shot from the side of the green.
Is Jágr just a god amongst men?
Dude, did you see what that I wish I could give him we'll give him a shout out on the podcast. Yeah, that's a goal.
Jágr quote, I want to say thanks to my girlfriend, Dominica. She's too young to remember when I played in Pittsburgh.
Hell yeah. What a stud. She's fresh out of uni.
Guy is a fucking stud.
He's never going to make it into the Hall of Fame because he's never going to retire. So he's never going to be eligible.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Like they're going to have to posthumously put him in the Hall of Fame because he keeps playing.
I read a very coherent a tweet that says that Jágr should be retired in the league. And I don't hate that.
Wait, say that again? I mean, I
His
would
jersey,
think
his jersey should be retired league wide, like Gretzky's is.
No, I disagree.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not quite there. Not quite there.
I also don't think
love
Gretzky's
Yag.
number should be retired league wide, but that's
the only reason
I
I
do
say that
100%. If you wear 99, you're a plug. Like
yeah.
I don't think it should be retired. Like I don't think it should be retired in Columbus. You know, like I think it should be like understood that you don't wear that number, but I don't think it needs to be retired.
I mean, I
I
like that idea though
crazy.
of like the 10 teams that he played for, right? Like
Gretz owns more than half the records in the fucking league. Like
I get the reasons why, but I disagree. I understand them. I just disagree.
That's fair. And to your point, I mean, it's. So I think we're on the same page of like nobody should wear 99, but you're gonna get that one guy that just is a fucking idiot.
Nobody should wear 99, but like, so for example, like JJ Watt wore 99 in the NFL, and he showed up, and NHL players that he was playing in like a beer league with gave him 99 because that was the number he wore in the NFL. And he like posted a picture of him in the locker room, and he got all these like crazy hockey fans up at his mentions about and it was like, dude, he wore that number professionally. Like don't wear it in the NHL, but like that slightly was different. Also that dude's number. Like we can
slightly different,
dude. Like
we can walk and chew gum at the same time. Like we don't have to pretend.
It's beer league, dude. Come on.
That's exactly right. And he was given it to him by people in the NHL. So like what are we talking about?
But it's not.
We should be celebrating that he's even playing fucking hockey, dude.
Yeah, that's cool.
What are we giving people shit? Like, come on, man. And he's a huge proprietor for the game, dude. Like, he loves.
I think that's different, though. I think that's.
I agree.
You see a 99 in beer league, like,
yes,
you know, like that's like
I'm
the guy wearing
that dude for sure. But like,
oh, totally.
You like. You can wear it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's beer. I mean, in the league, like in the show, like it's sacred.
Yes, 100%.
So, yeah, and honestly, to that regard, like, you know, okay, so you got to pick one to do the Gretzky move. Like, do you go with Mario? Like, is Mario's number retired?
What was he? 67?
66.
66?
I think so.
I don't know. I like the argument for Yager. Yager has been very influential in the game. He played with a lot of clubs. I think he holds some records.
See, if I'm doing it league wide, if I'm doing it league wide, it's Willie O'Ree.
No.
Yeah.
That's like for the same reason it's Jackie Robinson, and like not that Willie O'Ree was the same caliber player as Jackie Robinson.
I was gonna say,
but it has to have like that level of like breaking the cult. Like to me, that's like the bar. Like any player is like even Gretzky.
I disagree.
I
disagree. I'm not taking away. I'm not taking away from him breaking the color barrier into the league, but that's not on ice
culture. Like no, but like that to me, it has to have that level of like cultural significance, and I get why, but like. You know, you Yager or like, you know, Gordie Howe or like you can run down the list of like all those guys, but like
Gordie's a good one.
I don't think
Gordie Howe or Bobby Orr.
Bobby from the D position, right? Like that is the modern defenseman now.
Yeah,
right?
He redefined
that's what I go
redefined it. So yeah, I like that. You know, Yags and Lemieux, I'm totally okay with Pittsburgh retiring their jerseys, right? I think that's
100%. They should absolutely be retired.
Meet you halfway. So, like Aaron said, how about all the teams that Yager played for retired his number?
And that's what I was getting.
That would be totally fine.
I think that's sick. I love that. Yeah, that's
like
sick.
If every team, and I think that's what it should have been done for Gretzky. Like every team that Gretzky played for, if they want to retire, that's fine. But like we don't have to pretend that like Wayne Gretzky played for the Minnesota North Stars. Like I don't like. I think
Gretzky's I understand what you're saying, and I think for 99% of the players, no pun intended, I agree. I think Gretz is different. He's the great one.
Sure, and I understand all the reasons why. I just like to me, I think that I have a different bar than I think a lot of hockey fans, and that's fine. Like I don't care. Like people can disagree. That's fine. I have a problem.
Chance and I have gone on before about how Gretzky in the current league would probably be a middle six forward. right? I mean, just in reality to where we've evolved.
Okay.
Gretz was I mean, there's always that asterisk, right? Like Gretz was playing in a hockey world where, guys were showing up hungover to the rink. They were doing coke in the bathrooms,
smoking heaters on the bench.
Like those are extremes, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he was playing against guys that were just like naturally talented but didn't really take care of themselves, whereas Gretz was like one of the first to, take it seriously.
A pioneer, though, right? Like,
but he was still like he famously like would go to McDonald's after practice with Marty McSorley. Like
God, I
so
would
there's
love a fucking
like
McDonald's
comparing.
thing.
I don't know. Like I don't like comparing across eras because it's like what would Mario
Jordan
Lemieux,
and
what would Mario Lemieux look like in a world where defensemen weren't taught to hook and hold, right? Like
right.
Or like
100%.
Like what would Eric Lindros look like in a world where with these checking rules and where you can't get hit in that, right? Like you just run into this and then it's like, would Noah Dobson be Bobby Orr? Probably, but like
Gretz has even admitted that like, I mean, Ovi chasing him on the scoring record. Like Gretz has even admitted that like Ovi is a better goal scorer than I was. Like he's admitted it.
Like go watch Gretzky highlights. A lot of them are he goes down, he takes a slap shot from the circles.
Right.
For as unbelievable as he was, like a lot of, and that was just the time, right? Like that was a legitimate scoring chance. Was he just went down and just let it rip from the
goalies were still doing like the flail kick, like where they would go out and try to like dive and kick their legs at the kick the puck back.
Yeah. And goalies were like, and they still had short goalies. Like Darren Pang was a goalie. He's like 5'6", right? Like there was more net to shoot at. The goaltending hadn't, like that's the biggest change is goaltending evolved to what it is now, where now you have 3 inches on either corner to pick.
Right.
Like it's just
got to bring back.
So is technology, though, right?
Got to bring back stacking the pads, man. Got to bring back stacking the pads.
Yeah, we only do that in the All-Star game, Chance.
Oh, man, I fucking that gets me rock hard when I see a goalie stack the pads.
Just don't stand up while you're live on the show, dude.
I'll try. Well, I haven't seen anybody stack the pads, so I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
we don't
good.
see that.
I'll have my finger ready to remove Chance from the, so we don't violate YouTube terms of service. And
there we go. We got it covered.
Again,
someone's good.
Someone's
got to look out for that.
Someone has to be the adult in the room,
right? Daniel Barry, welcome to the show.
Howdy.
Hello.
What sports highlight you got for us, Daniel?
Looks like his picture's like basketball. Is that something champions?
Looks like NBA, yeah. 2020.
Are you representing the in-season tournament champion Los Angeles Lakers?
Yeah, there you go. It's 2020, not 2023.
Oh, okay. God. Oh, I can't. I could see the. Okay.
Hey, speaking of, we never finished we got through the Rangers, but we didn't really talk about the Islanders, which are a bit more exciting in terms of like, what are they going to do and their playoff aspirations. What do you guys think? Do you think the Islanders make the playoffs?
No.
Okay.
No.
That seems pretty confident.
Yeah, I love Patty Waugh, but this team should be realistically retool. Right, I'm totally okay with the retool brand for this team because they got to get a little younger, man. You can't have Palmieri, Lee. You can't have those guys.
Lou is not going to retool. He's 7 years old or whatever.
This team is technically 22 and 32. Mm-hmm. Like, did I do that math right?
Point, yeah,
32. Yeah, like it's. You guys will learn on the Dusty Bennett podcast. If you guys listen to enough episodes, we are not fans of the loser point. I don't think most hockey fans are. So if you count the Islanders, they're technically 22 and 32. Like they're not a good. They're a big losing team. Only reason they're in the playoff push is because of OT loser points. So yeah, I agree with you, Taylor. I'm not necessarily as sure, but. Because I don't have a lot of faith in Detroit, I guess. Detroit is, in my opinion, as a Red Wings fan, Detroit's fake good, which is an improvement on what they have been before they were just downright bad. But now they're fake good where they've got a really great offense, and any given night their offense can bail out their defensive woes. But the huge gaps in the back, on the back end, and the goaltending is inconsistent.
Well, I think even with Red Wings, dude, their forward group can even go quiet. Like there's not a ton of consistency there, right? Like Lucas Raymond and DeBrincat are perfect examles, right? It almost seems like if Raymond's going, DeBrincat sucks. If DeBrincat's going, Raymond sucks. It's just like, man, got to find a little bit of that in order to
seems like Larkin and fucking God, I almost want to say Sprong are like the most like consistent people.
Spronger is such a gem.
God, Spronger is fucking. Love that guy.
Sprong was with the Ducks for a little bit too. Like the guy is a fucking beast.
Just a solid dude. You put him wherever and he'll play. You need somebody to fill in on the first line. He can do it. You need to bump him down to the fourth. He can do it. Like the guy.
He never used to be like that though. Like he was full. He needed to be on the top two lines.
Okay.
Do anything, and realistically, he was a liability on defense. Right. Okay. So he's still a little bit of a liability on defense, but he can play up and down the lineup against other guys. So that's a plus.
I like it. I think the Islanders might squeak in, and the one reason that I would say that is I really wonder how Philadelphia is going to play in the back half. I know they have Torts. They don't have, but being down your starting goalie for the rest of the season on a team that was overperforming, it wouldn't surprise me if they can't keep a 580 points percentage in the second half, and that frees up a slot and then at that point it comes down to either New Jersey or the Islanders.
Yeah.
And
to
me the line is drawn between, so like right now if you're looking at the standings, actually I could probably swap that over. Looking at the standings right now,
the Islanders are 3 points out with a game in hand on New Jersey.
There we go. I draw the hope is gone line between the Islanders and Washington. I think anybody below the Islanders right now they're done. It's over.
Okay.
Pittsburgh's not making the playoffs. Washington's not making the playoffs. I'm ready in my world to write them off.
Why though? So last 10, let's go through this real quick. Islanders 3-4-3, Washington Capitals 2-6-2, Pittsburgh Penguins 4-5-1. What? And Pittsburgh has 2 games. They have played 2 less games than the Islanders, and they're 2 points behind them. Right?
They're 4-5-1. They're playing bad hockey.
They're the Islanders. Yeah, right. So sure. I mean, if you're gonna make that argument,
I didn't say the Islanders are. It's loser points. Statistically speaking, they're only 5 points out. That's 2 wins.
So the line for me gets drawn between Buffalo and Pittsburgh, right?
Because you're way lower.
You have to look at point percentage, man. You can't look at the Islanders. I mean, yes, they're going to win tonight.
The 54 games. The Sabres have a 481 points percentage.
I think Sabres have
my rule of thumb is always
Buffalo is out for me.
Okay. Sorry. I thought you were saying Buffalo is in it, and I was going to lose my mind. I was like, "What are you talking about?"
The line is between Pittsburgh.
Okay. I'm sorry.
So Taylor, where's your line? Is it above it's just New Jersey basically, and that's it? New Jersey's the only one that could sneak in?
My line is between Pittsburgh and Buffalo, right? So Pittsburgh has a shot, Buffalo's out.
No. Pittsburgh is out, man. They're not.
I don't think Pittsburgh's out. I don't think they're likely to make the playoffs. What is money?
They're not. They're 24 and 27. This is a losing team. They're not good.
I didn't say they were going to make.
But the line isn't at the Islanders and Capitals. You can't look at the Pittsburgh Penguins and the New York Islanders and say Islanders are for sure in. Pittsburgh.
I didn't say that.
Oh, you can't look.
No, I say that. That's terrible. I say that above Washington has a shot.
Yes. So
what? Okay, that's exactly what I'm saying. So that's exactly what I'm saying. The Pittsburgh Penguins have a higher point percentage than the Islanders.
A points percentage means nothing.
Yes, it does.
No, it does.
It's a better indicator of it's how you account for differences in games played. So Money Puck has the Penguins at a 37% chance to make the playoffs. They have the Islanders at. Let me scroll down.
They have the Islanders at 14. Then it comes down to me. I just think the Islanders are a better team than the Pittsburgh Penguins right now.
That's fine. That's fine. But I mean,
that's what it comes down to.
Percentage doesn't. But you can't say points percentage doesn't matter.
Well, it doesn't matter in the sense
they're
of
literally the same.
It's points. Like at the end of the day, it's points, not.
But that's
points.
What
Points percentage does not decide who makes the playoffs.
But that's what gets you into the playoffs, right?
And points percentage is how you account for differences in games played.
Right, 100%.
Right, because like if especially with the standings this year, where teams have like 5 games in hand,
it's a statistic.
Looking at points percentage is a better outcome of how the teams have actually played in the games that they've played. Because otherwise, you can stack points in games and then your games in hand.
But that's what I'm saying is the points percentage lacks context. Like, yeah, Pittsburgh's got 3 games in hand, but what if they've got back-to-backs against Boston and then they go to New York? Like, they're going to lose those games.
At total points, it lacks context because it doesn't. It's just
exactly. I mean, but that's the thing is. So yes, but so it's one of the variables that you have to take into account is point percentage, right? But strength of schedule is another thing that you have to take into account. But you can't draw the line at Islanders and Washington when Pittsburgh has essentially the exact same point percentage as the Islanders. You can't draw.
Then it's not. Then it's not a stats thing. It's I just think the Islanders are a better team than Pittsburgh.
Then that's fine. Say that. You know what I mean? Like don't try to fucking walk your way into walking that back. Come on, bro.
I'm not walking it back. I'm saying that the Islanders are a better team than Pittsburgh. Like they're going to do better on the tail.
Maybe they are. But from a points percentage standpoint, which is until the 82nd game of the year.
I literally don't care about points percentage. I don't think it's a good statistic.
Okay.
I think
there's
I think too many people look at points percentage and go like, oh, this team based on points percentage is really like points percentage doesn't get you in the playoffs. Like it's just to me it doesn't matter.
Okay. I disagree with you there, but that's fine.
Yeah.
I think that's what you have to look at points percentage until you're at 82 games for every team.
What's that?
You have to look at points percentage until you're at 82 games per team. You have to, because that's the percentage of points that they have pulled from the games that they've played, right? From a statistical standpoint, you have to look at it.
That's great, but points, your higher points percentage doesn't get you in the playoffs. You could have a higher points percentage and still not make the playoffs than the team above you.
How? If you play the same number of games and you have a higher percentage of points in the games,
how it's stacked right now.
How does that not get you into
that's what I'm saying. Like now.
All right, let's move on
at the
from
end
this.
Of the season.
It's just terrible. It's terrible. It's literally math, bro.
To me,
welcome to Statistics 101 podcast.
I know literally not. It's math. Math means nothing to me. I don't know.
Math is made up language.
No, you guys can moneyball shit all you want.
Yeah, fucking Oakland.
That worked out well for the. It worked out well for the Oakland Athletics once. So
right.
Yeah. All the teams above definitely don't use analytics. Like
Billy Bean, baby.
It's like I'm not saying that, but it's at the end of the day, it's both, right? Like you have to have some analytics, but we've seen the NHL where there's teams that have gone like straight analytical, and it doesn't work.
But I think if you're building a line, right? If you're building a line of this is who is statistically out, right? That's what you're saying, right? So that you're differing between the two. So you're statistically saying that the line is drawn between the Islanders and Washington, when statistically that's incorrect.
No,
right?
I just meant in the playoffs. Like literally right now, the Islanders are higher than the Washington Capitals
because they played 2 more games.
No, Pittsburgh.
Well,
but yes.
Well, they have one more point.
They are based on points percentage.
They have one more point than them.
Yeah, but their points percentage is
Pittsburgh is 6th, and they have a higher points percentage than the Islanders, yet the Islanders are 2 points ahead of them.
Because they played 2 more games.
That doesn't,
dude.
So
all right, we gotta move on from this.
We're going in circles here. I'm telling you, the points percentage is not. Okay. Whatever.
I'm just yeah. So yeah,
when Pittsburgh loses those next 2 games, they're still going to be below them.
That's fine because their points percentage is going to drop.
That's great.
Yes.
Great. That's what I'm saying. It means nothing.
Oh shit! All right.
It's points gets you in the playoff.
So I won't disagree. I think the Islanders have just as good of a shot because, to your point, right? Detroit. Yep. I won't necessarily say they're fake good. I think they're missing. They got some holes, right? But a lot of those 100%. Teams that are on the bubble have the holes. Yep. Right? Islanders have the holes. New Jersey has the holes. Washington, Pittsburgh have the holes. Right? Even Tampa, unfortunately, has holes right now. Like they look tired, right?
Tampa might be in like looking forward to a steep drop here soon. Like,
unfortunately,
I
don't know. I think Tampa rushed Vasi back because it was.
I think so too.
Like the start of the year, it was like, all right, we got to hold the fort until he gets back, and then it was so bad that I think they might have rushed him back. And
6-4 is good. I mean, that's respectable, right? I mean, 6-4 is good, especially when you start looking down towards some of the other teams.
Nobody below them is doing any better. Like
right.
The Ottawa Senators are 6-3-1, but that means they're not making the playoffs. So
that's pretty good. Good for them. Like good for them to be literally in the basement and being like, you know what? Let's just win 6 of our next 10.
Like, what do you think about that? I laughed my ass off when Tkachuk is like, our goal is to make a push. It's like, what push? What are you talking about?
You. Hey man, you gotta have dreams.
I think we can climb back into this. It's like, bro, you are not climbing back into this at all. Like, it's not going to happen. Maybe you can win a few more games and fuck up your draft odds a bit more, but no, you're not. There is no hope for you. It's over. You lost. You've been had.
Yeah.
The Caps. I mean, you're talking about a stat that I also. Oh, okay. I look at goal differentials like I look at plus minus. Like, it is a flawed stat, but in extremes, it is helpful. So, like, I look at the Capitals. Yes, I understand in both points and points percentage, they are not necessarily out of it, but minus 36 goal differential, like, that's just not good enough. Like, you are giving up an exorbitant amount of goals all the time, and to me, that's not showing. There are very few teams that make it to the playoffs with negative goal differentials.
Yeah, I don't buy it in the Caps. I don't believe in that. I don't believe that team is capable of like maintaining that points percentage or like saying, like, it's nice that they're hanging around. It's really nice that Ovi had, he's putting up goals again. Like, I don't buy it with the Caps in the way that I would even, like, I still have more faith in Pittsburgh than I do Washington.
I would even agree with that. Yeah.
Like, so
I would agree with that.
I think that of those 3 teams, if you're talking about the Islanders, the Capitals, and the Penguins, like, I believe in the Capitals the least of those 3.
Even Pittsburgh's goal differential is again, this is a flaw. Differential is a flawed stat because the Pittsburgh Penguins they're plus 13, but they 10 spotted the San Jose Sharks one.
Yeah, I was gonna say 9 of those, 8 or 9 of those.
Yeah, I think they had. They had 2 games where they hung like 9 on a team.
Right. So like it's a manipulated concept for sure.
But it's not 36 under. It's not 22 under. Right. So you take those away, and you're still there. But
exactly.
But yeah, I believe in the Penguins and the Islanders more than I believe in the Caps.
100%.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
And I do like the Islanders. Patty Waugh is a coach, dude. He's a fucking coach.
We're sitting here talking about the Islanders, Caps, and Pens. Like, at the end of the day, though, it's all the Devils need is a goalie, and they climb right back in this.
I mean, they're in a playoff spot without. Like, with the tending they have, right? So
they're not. I
was mislooking at. Yeah.
No, you're good. Well, and honestly, I mean, it's 2 points.
Like, you got to.
No, I think he's barking at dogs.
Okay. Yeah, it's 2 points. Like, it's not. It's very much like tomorrow the Red Wings could drop down and the Devils can move up. So
correct.
Yes. Sorry, my dog. I'm pretty sure my dog just ate fucking garbage because his breath is
rancid.
Horrendous, dude. Yeah. It is like 2-week-old milk.
Gross. Pretty terrible.
Good God. You need some beer? Hey.
To wash it down?
He did. He backed back up like, yeah, I could drink some of that.
That's right.
Ew, okay, yeah. Continue onward.
Yeah, no. So I'm thinking it's Aaron, you made a good point with the Flyers. I think that's a possibility of a team being able, the 4-5-1 the rest of the way is not going to cut it. It's right. Tampa. We'll see. They're 6-4, but they're basically one away from being 500 as well. With all these teams, New Jersey's 5-4-1, Detroit's 5-4-1. Flyers 4-5-1. So there's a lot of shifting right there. All it takes is one of these teams. If you can stitch together a 7-3 in your last 10, you're making a push.
And the Flyers, and maybe they've banked enough points that they can ride it out in the second half. I don't know, but it wouldn't surprise me with what's happened to them, that if they come back down to earth, and by come back down to, like, what kind of the general consensus on this team was, like, not that they're going to be that bad, but I think I could see them slipping behind some of these other teams that we're talking about.
Yeah. Agreed. Especially with all the shit that's gone on with that team, and I'll leave this and then I'll pass to you, Taylor. What they're going to do at the deadline? Like if Danny Briere is smart, he's not going to be a buyer. So he's going to be a seller, which means that the team's going to lose talent at the deadline, not gain it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think what Briere needs to do is focus on not necessarily losing talent, right? Like I think he does need to be a seller, but I think what he needs to focus on is just making sure that the Flyers window is what it is, right? It's not this year. It's probably not next year. It's probably not the year after. It's when Mitchkov and some of these guys start coming through in the forward group, right? So move some of these older guys, right? Bring in some younger guys that are going to kind of fit into that window a little bit better. And if he doesn't do that, I'd be really surprised, because I feel like Danny Briere, he's one of those guys, right? He's a hockey dude. He knows, right? Like he looks at this roster and goes, this isn't going to get us over the hump the way that it's currently built. Let's get young, realistically, you wanted Gauthier and fucking Mitchkov to come through, right? But wait for Mitchkov to come through, because in reality, that he could easily be their Connor Bedard, right? Sure. So it's just, figure out what it looks like to where as soon as Mitchkov comes in, because he's going to be 21, 22, as soon as he gets in there, go for it. Why not?
And some of the names that have been floated, like Ristolainen's been floated. Like, I'm looking at their cap friendly right now, and like there's not a lot of money coming off the books. Like Sean Couturier signed until like 2030. Like Joe Farabee signed. Yeah, he signed. And cap friendly, he has a red arrow. Like he's he's 31. Like you've got like a lot of guys are like Joe Farabee signed until 28, 29. Owen Tippett signed until 2030. Travis Sanheim signed until 2030. Ristolainen until 27, 28. Like there's a lot of guys that are on the books for a while. And so I think they need to I think they're right. I think the window is Mitchkov in a couple of years.
Let's say, when's that Russian kid come in?
Mitchkov, dude.
I believe he's 25, Mitchkov's in I think he's got a couple of years left. Assuming he doesn't get exemptions from.
Yeah, he had 3 from when he was drafted, right? So he was drafted in 23. So 23, 24, 24, 25, 25, 26, and then I think he's here.
Jesus.
Maybe it is 26, 27.
It's a long time to wait.
It is a long time, but
I mean, he's going to be it's going to be Kirill Kaprizov, right? Like he's going to come over when he's 25 and 26.
Ooh.
We tied up?
Just a lot of bad luck. No, Islanders up 5-3.
Oh, fuck. I'm way behind.
Just some really bad luck. Lindgren's in the corner bleeding, and the puck. The puck
you hate to see that.
Puck went perfectly to the back door. Like, I need to see
behind.
I need to see the sequence. The goal was a tic-tac-toe in because it just went perfectly to the back door. I don't know who scored it.
Oh my God. I was almost 4 minutes behind you.
Romanov. Oh, he did it to himself.
Oh,
yeah. He went to make a hit and then missed and
smashed his fucking face.
No. He got
high sticked really bad.
Never mind. It's a follow through shot though. They won't call that, unfortunately.
That's right. Yep, that's true.
Romanov, that is an ugly bucket, my guy.
Like it looked like he was like on the follow through and his stick's up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then like right as he goes to make the hit, the stick comes up on the follow through and just catches him, and so he gets. Oh God,
that sucks. And that's why the women aren't wearing half shields.
That's right. Yeah.
Because they're prettier than these boys.
God, I wish.
Yeah, because they don't want to end up looking like Biz.
That's right. Biz, ugly Biz.
That was such a funny clip.
That's a good one, dude. Sarah Nurse.
Sarah
Nurse should be worth $9 million over fucking Darnell.
That's right.
Yeah,
I need to jump
of anyone in the Nurse family.
I need to jump on the Twitter and see if Pirelli's
throwing a little bit under the table to her.
Oh shit.
He,
Okay.
he looks like he should be sitting under a bridge, and she's just beautiful. Like, what the fuck? Like, how do you miss that part of the genes?
Oh shit. Okay. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
5-3. The shots. Every time I look at the score, and I just look at the shots, there's no way, right? Like, are we stacking shots for the Islanders, man? Like,
they've had a lot of shots from real like the shot map is very
just
brutal.
from out. It's still Shesterkin, huh?
I mean, this game's still on Shesterkin. Like, those first 3 goals were just brutal.
Yeah, I mean the one, yeah. I mean the tip was pretty good. That's hard to do.
Yeah, that's fair.
But the one where Horvat was coming down the wing, like that was a bad one.
Yeah, the little squeaker through the armpit. That one's nasty. Yeah. Oh, that sucks, Lindgren. I'm sorry, dude. That fucking sucks.
Yeah, it's not.
That'll happen. There's, and rightfully so. They don't call that penalty, right? Like, there's no intent there.
Literally, you're literally trying to move the puck. Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally, it's just on the follow through, right? Like that's.
Yeah. Oh, we got Dave Jackson though on the NHL rules analysis.
Thank you, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
They dug Dave out of whatever basement he was in at fucking the NHL.
Hey, Dave, I don't need you on level 1.
Right.
Take the elevator up 6 levels.
Opens the door to his like one. He's like a broom closet with one bare bulb. And he like opened the door and say, Dave, you got a call, line 1.
You open the door for Dave, and he just hands you the pine saw. You're like, no, Dave, we actually need you upstairs. We don't need any cleaning materials at this point.
Yeah. I just saw on Twitter the Pens came out. Jágr came out for warm-ups. All the Pens are wearing Jágr jerseys and mullets.
Letang for sure had the mullet, dude.
No, they all have. They all have
today.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
They just posted it. They went out for warm-ups.
Taylor,
you're all wearing Jágr jerseys and mullets.
I saw it, but we'll give kudos in our next episode for tweet of the week. But that was really fucking funny. Oh, we can't fix the power play.
Dude. Yeah. How Penguins fix the power play. The only way that would have made that tweet better is it just said Kyle Dubas says, "Hold my beard." It's just a picture of Jágr.
Yeah.
I love it. It's such a PR move, but it's great. Like, it gets the boys going, right?
At this point, are you kidding me? Like, I would still trust Jaromir Jágr on a power play, 100%.
Dude, stick him in Ovi's office, hell yeah.
Yep. Or just a dish, man, just a fucking play make, and
then just tell him to not move because he can't skate. So just coast outside the blue line so we're not offsides, and then just back into that spot.
I don't want you I don't want you passing the red line, man. Like,
yeah, 100%. You're just
coast
in the upper neutral zone and the high circles, and that's it.
Just put him on a string. So what if he gets
you're just
from the bench, just reels him in.
Yeah, he's just on cherry pick duty,
Yeah, you're off we got to get fresh legs out there, and they just fucking pull him in like it's a fishing line.
God. That's right. Yeah, they have a winch and just reel him in.
Oh shit, that poor guy. That guy, dude. What is he? 46 now?
No, he's
older than that. He's in his 50s.
Is he really?
Yeah, man.
Holy
I think he's like 57. No, he's 52.
52.
Okay. Oh
man.
My god.
Yeah, he's in his 50s.
He's almost dead.
Dude, he looks amazing. Like, the dude's just bulking up, and he's just
ripped.
Yeah, he's always been like a workout freak.
It's like Zdeno Chara, right? Chara played until he was 42 or something like that, but he's just yoked.
And then he retired and started doing marathons. He's done like 3 marathons.
Yeah, that's unreal, dude. Like I can run 3 miles, man.
Still plays hockey and then goes off and has sex with 18-year-olds.
I don't know if that's necessarily where I want to be at 52, but
he seems really happy. I'm
okay.
Good. I'm
whatever. Like some people usually in their 52 year, they're like, okay, like, thinking about retirement and the beach and shit. He's like 18-year-olds.
Yeah, he's like, what? Fuck it, man. Was it? Remember when somebody tried to blackmail him? Like it was like a 19-year-old that he slept with in Florida, and she posted like a tweet about him because she wanted money. And he retweeted it himself. He's like, "Yeah, look, like,
hey,
check it out,
you,
man.
Girl.
Yeah, check it out.
You could have said no. I gave you the option.
Right. Like, good for you, man. Literally, everybody's just like, fucking Yager slays. Good for him, man.
Yeah,
slays. Yager slays. Title of the next episode.
Yeah, that's just not something I have set up as like automatic notifications on my Twitter, but I'm sure it happened.
Oh, this was. I mean, he was still playing for Florida, I think. When this happened.
God, it's just Yager always remind like the group of bros that showed up to one of his last games, like definitely his last season.
Yeah,
and they were all wearing the Yager mullets with different jerseys. That's fucking sick, dude. That's that'll always be in my heart.
What were they? The traveling Yagers?
Yeah, dude, that's so sick. Good for those guys. They got nothing else to do.
Right. If I had disposable income like that, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they're like slum landlords.
It's like one of your rich friends like just has more money and free time, and he just like comes up to you. It's like, hey man, do you want to go with me for 2 weeks to fill around Yamir Yager? It's like, no man, I got to go to work. And he's like, how much do you make in a year? Oh, like
Aaron and I have one of those friends. He wants us to golf all the fucking time. It's fucking crazy. Insane, and it's like $170 a round. We're like, dude,
no way,
no.
And then like every week he's like, yeah, then I'm gonna go play this course. I'm gonna go play this course, and they're it's like $1,000 worth of golf rounds, and we play with him, and then he's like, oh yeah, like oh yeah, no, I got you, and we're like, Jesus Christ, dude, like
like chill, bro.
But.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Crazy.
So, like, getting back to this game, like, what do we like? Todd asked the question here, like, what's it going to take for the Rangers? Like, they're still, for as bad as they played, they're still in it.
Like, they're still technically in it, yeah. Right. You're going to have to get it. It doesn't seem like the Rangers' depth is going to play a role in this. I think you're going to have to double down. You're going to have to double down on what's already happened. That top line is just going to have.
Yeah.
That top line is just going to have to pull this team kicking and screaming into a comeback, because it does not look like, if I'm not mistaken, every single one of their goals has been that top line.
And the power play, because it was Panarin on the power play.
Panarin, Trocheck.
Well, no, the Panarin's didn't get tipped by Trocheck.
Oh yeah, so that was
Trocheck's got two. No, it was So Trocheck has two, and then there was the one to start the game from the point.
Yeah, but I think the Trocheck Panarin line, I think, is second, right? I think it's technically their second line. Because they go Kreider, Zibanejad.
Oh, I think you're right. Yeah, well,
fills in on that
but
top.
I did see some mishmashing. Like I did see Panarin out there with Kreider. Or
they should have,
yeah. I think they mix them around a little bit, but I think it's gonna have to be those guys, and probably like on a power play, like how they've kind of made their living the last couple of years.
Yeah, but that takes some fight, right? You got to battle to even get that power play, right? So.
Yeah, I don't think, like, they definitely have the firepower to come back, so they're not. But just haven't seen the life out of them tonight. They kind of would have expected,
right? I mean, they've looked
just
like
looked a little flat
today, right? Yeah. I mean, they've made a game of it more than it looked at 4-1.
Yeah,
right.
That's true.
So, I mean,
so let's wrap up our Islanders talk here. As even we got in that long argument about drawing the line. I don't think the Islanders make the playoffs either. I'm just saying that they're not necessarily out of it. But no, I don't. I think, like we said, the Devils are very much in the goalie market. I would be very shocked if they do not get a new goalie, but before or at the deadline. I would be very shocked. Like that would be a huge letdown in my. Like that's
unless
you're right.
Nico Dawes is your fucking.
I think you need somebody with Dawes. Like I'm not. Kid's 23. Is now granted maybe he's the next coming, but what I'm saying is like normally young goalies like that, they can get hot and then they'll go cold. They can't handle
the initial excitement. Yeah.
They can't handle like 10, 15 games in a row. Like he's not going to be like the full on starter. So you get somebody that Dawes can back up. Or maybe vice versa. Maybe Dawes is hot and you need a reliable tender for when he finally goes cold, that young goalies do. You've got somebody there to help out. So
I like that.
I wouldn't be surprised if you get if you see a Markstrom or a Gibson on that team to round that out. So, and as soon as they make that goalie move, boy, as a Red Wings fan, I would be very concerned because that's, that basically puts, in my opinion, that puts the Devils above the Red Wings.
Over the edge, yeah. So in your guys' opinion, and this is for both of you guys, what we were talking about earlier with John, does Saros make sense for this team?
Yeah.
At $5 million a year.
For the Devils?
Yeah.
Oh, if the ask is reasonable,
right? If you're giving up what realistically Trotz wants,
pretty much anything.
Would you do it, and does it make sense?
From what I imagine that Trotz is asking for, probably not. But because to me, like anything short of like multiple picks, like I'm talking the Tanner Giroux type of, is that the right one?
Tanner Giroux, where they gave away an entire draft class.
Yeah, like I'm thinking, like I'm literally thinking, like I need a first, a second, a third, a fourth, a conditional first or second, and a prospect of some kind.
Yeah.
Like I'm asking the fucking moon for Saros.
Yeah,
because why wouldn't you?
Because he is arguably, and I've been nothing but complimentary of Gibby. We all love Gibby, but I would say, like, if he is on the market, he is the top goalie to go after. Like
100% based on age too, right? Like
correct.
Yeah, but so, I mean, the Devils need to send money back though, like to fit any goalie under their cap.
Right.
Like they have less than $1 million in cap space. So like,
wow, is that it?
They have $700,000 in cap space according
to it's impossible. That's impossible.
Then the Devils,
so
the Devils got to clear.
Yes, you have to find some way to get money out the door to bring.
What's Aaron on your thoughts? Like staring at the numbers, like what's the low hanging fruit to clear up cap space?
Oh, God, I mean,
or is there nobody?
I mean,
got to be Timo, right?
They just signed him though. Like, and he's 8.8 until 2030. Like,
is that with what's his face on IR, Johnny Ham and Cheese?
With Hamilton? Yeah.
No. So Hamilton. Yeah.
Dougie Hamilton.
Yeah.
That's with him on IR.
Yeah. So they've used So according to like their current cap space.
Fuck.
Well, so their projected cap space, which I think takes into account guys that aren't LTIR. But anyway, so because they would have to fit him under their cap. But I mean, the guys that I was looking at, it's like, are you in the market of moving Tyler Toffoli that you just brought in? Your 1 year deal.
You need him.
Like, are you? But that's what I'm saying. Is like the guys that like the way that their cap is structured. It's like Meyer, Hughes, Bratt, Heischer, Palat. They're all signed for multiple years, and then
Palat maybe.
Palat could go. Mercer could probably go.
I mean,
Mercer's one you got to hold on to. In my, you know what? I love Mercer.
I think they see him as part of the problem. I like a guy that I might look at is like Eric Halla. Like if you can get out from under Eric Halla,
one of those blue guys,
bottom six guy though.
But he's 32 and he signed for 3 more years, right?
Is he really? Wow, that's a long term.
Halla's a journeyman. He's bounced around to many teams. I love Halla.
Like I don't.
Yeah,
but then it's guys. It's like then you get into
it's Palat or Meyer to me. It's Palat or Meyer, or maybe a guy on the back end, right? If Dougie's anywhere close, because you've got the 2 kids, you got Nemec and you got Hughes, right? Yep. So maybe he's on the back end, but
the only other guy on their back end that's making any kind of money is John Marino, he's got 4.4 until 27-28. So
no one's going to take that contract.
Yeah, and they're not going to move him though. He's been good for them.
There's not some like obvious candidates of guys you can move.
It's got to be on the front end.
I'm a Marino fan. Like, I'm a huge Marino fan.
I am too. I think Marino fits them. He fits their fits their timeline a little bit. I really do think it's on the front end, but yeah, to your point, Aaron, like the fuck are they they can't move Palat, really? They're not going to be able to move Meyer with the season he's having.
Yeah.
With that cap hit. I
don't I think they may. I'd still believe in Timo Meyer a little bit. If I'm picking,
I do too. It's a down year. It's a down year.
Yeah. But yeah, there's not really any obvious candidates because anyone you're moving out is probably a guy with term. So
right, yeah, and $700K, man, you gotta.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
Like I mean, it's literally nothing.
There's nothing. I mean, what are you gonna hope? Like Kakkonen is as good as So I mean, if I'm the Devils, I have to make a move for one of those top 3 tendies that are available. But I don't.
But then you need him to. You need him to either like take Vanacek back and retain salary, and then you're driving up the asking
which you
price.
could do. I mean, like you're going to tell me the Flames or even Preds, right? Just in case Askarov isn't the absolute fucking stud that we all think he's going to be. But I mean, the Flames are the same thing. Dustin Wolf is the stud that we all think he's going to be based on his AHL numbers, right? So yeah, I don't know.
He's had mixed results in the show.
Oh, he's been garbage in the NHL. Wolf's been trash in the AHL, dude. He's not been good. He's been. They put out their top or bottom 15 goalie list. I don't remember who it was. I should have given him some credit. He was there. He's just hasn't translated it. So
fair. Yeah. That happens. But also, I mean, Calgary's in basic free fall. So
sure. But So to kind of round back out, Saros is the guy you got to go after, right?
If you can make it happen, yeah.
If you can make it happen, if it costs you Palat, Holtz, and a first, I'm doing it. I mean, that's a better goaltender you've had in your pipeline since
that is more
Marty.
That's more of like what Gibson would I think go for. That what you just said, like what you'd have to give up. I think that fits more of a Gibson deal. And like again, if I'm Barry Trotz, unless there's something we don't know where Saros is just like, I'm out, I'm not resigning here. Beside of that, there's not much pressure on Trotz to get rid of Saros.
Yeah. I don't think Palat makes sense for the Preds either.
Whereas Gibby, I mean, Taylor, you've made the argument before. Like they've actually already missed the best time to trade Gibson.
100%. They missed their window on him 2 years ago.
I mean, it's still the window's still there. It's just like you should have traded him 2 years ago because you knew that these next 2 years were going to be bad.
Yep.
So
that's Bob Murray, man. Bob Murray should have moved him, and Bob Murray didn't fucking know what the fuck was going on.
Rangers have a chance. They got the power play.
We got the power play. Who do we need, boys? All right, fantasy. Who am I cheering for?
Chris Kreider.
Kreider. Okay. No. Chance. Who you got? Who do you need?
I need Lafreniere, but I don't think he's out there.
I don't think he's. There's a good chance he's not getting any power play time.
That's probably a safe bet.
That's part of the problem with his development.
Yeah.
Yes.
Part of the problem with Aaron trying to trade him.
Oh God. And Andrew, I don't know how to take feeling like I look like Joey from Backstreet Boys. I don't know how to respond to that. I don't know how to handle
sing
that.
Like at least?
I know. Nope. I sure can't. And I'm definitely not going to.
The only negative. There you go. The only negative of us being on camera is this is now the second time that someone has told us we look like someone else.
You ever yeah, right.
And I usually get.
You ever hear the joke? A guy goes to a therapist. He said, "Doc, I have a huge phobia of the Backstreet Boys." Therapist goes, "Tell me why."
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell me why.
Crushed it. Okay. Yeah, that's now the second person that has told 2 of the 3 of us. All right, who does Chance look like?
I was gonna say I'm waiting for somebody.
I'm a Formula One driver. Aaron is clearly in the Backstreet Boys.
Obviously.
That's right. Clearly.
Clearly one of the better singers.
I'm more of the homeless veteran type.
Well, your beard is ruined a lot. You're in that realm, but like you had a glow up, you know?
Sure. Early on, and I swear to God, this is the absolute truth. Very early on when I was younger and my beard was very short, there was a barista at a coffee stand that would not allow me to leave. She wouldn't give me my coffee until I gave her an autograph because she thought I was Hunter Hayes.
Who the fuck is that? Is that a country singer?
Country singer, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a country singer. Hunter Hayes.
At the time, he was a very young country singer. Okay. Because I still had a baby face back then. I still had a baby face.
Depending on like with the mustache, I get different people now. But I used to get Ed Sheeran a lot. Or
Ed Sheeran looking motherfucker.
You Ed Sheeran looking motherfucker. And then I'd get Conan.
There was a girl look like Conan.
No. When I was skinnier, yes.
That's just blatantly calling you out for being redheaded. Like you don't even look like Conan.
Well, but I used to be skinnier, so I had a little bit. So I'll give her a little bit of credit. My girl Alex, she was a fucking beauty in high school. So when I was skinnier,
when was that? High school?
It was all redheaded.
Okay. I've never known you
it was
skinny.
just. Yeah, and you shouldn't. I hope you never see the day. It's weird, it's fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
UC Saros is 28, so between Gibby, you got 2 extra years of Saros.
I can't. To me, it doesn't.
He's a better goalie, in my opinion.
We're sitting here talking about the trade. Like to me, the more that we talk about it, it doesn't make sense to trust. Like unless you are asking for the moon, and you get somebody who will give you the moon, I'm not even considering it. Like
and I agree with you 100% there. My thing is, if Askarov had a 20-game season in the NHL this year, where he was putting up stupid numbers, and you are absolutely ready to move on to him as your future, sure, right? Make that decision. Maybe move Saros because you're going to get some nice pieces, and you can fill in some holes where you think you have holes, but. Askarov hasn't played any fucking games, dude.
No. How can you know? Yeah, absolutely. It's like to compare it to Detroit, like Casa is just like they do not want to mess with his development in his head. So Casa has not even stepped on the Red Wings' eye. Like I mean, I think they finally got the nuts to put him in the AHL, which I think he's doing okay. And
that's where he should be right now, I think, right?
Yeah,
he's 22, 23, and I think that's where he should be.
Yeah. But Sebastian Casa was, he was pretty high draft pick, so
and played really good for Canada. I mean, the kid's good.
Yeah, he's going to be a star, and he's definitely going to be one of the future goalies of the Red Wings for sure. It's just Chance looks like McGregor. Okay.
There you go. I see that though. McGregor just shave his beard though?
Well, I
just saw him without a beard.
Okay, I'll try to do an Irish accent for a second. Did you see that he's in that new trailer for the new Roadhouse movie?
No.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
McGregor. So I think it's Jake Gyllenhaal plays Patrick Swayze's character, and then McGregor is the bad guy.
Okay, that's fitting because McGregor's kind of a bad guy.
That's his persona. I'm sure like actual Conor McGregor's fine, but
dude, I would drink so many Guinnesses with him.
Fucking
yeah. Punch him in the face.
Paul
Mary getting in there. Where's our buddy that needed Paul Mary?
Me.
Oh yeah, you. But someone needed Paul Mary to get some
points. In the chat wanted.
Yeah, someone needed some points out of him.
It's a bold strategy to punch a guy wearing a full cage,
Yeah, it's not ideal.
That's.
Oh, Trocheck's still going. Oh man.
Human.
Oh, Trocheck, dude. That's probably just. You know what? This is
probably just like he's like, I'm gonna see you in the playoffs. Oh wait, no, I'm not.
This is me in men's league, dude. Like, there's guys.
Watch this exchange, man. They fucking just.
Okay. I mean, Trocheck kept coming back, and Romanov was like, "Dude, I'm way bigger than you. Like, I'm gonna put the fucking stick in your face, bro." I love that, dude. I love a good scrap.
Yeah, that's good shit right there.
Paul Mary with the. He's
still John.
Oh, here we go,
John. He's like, hey, I'm gonna fuck your mom.
He doesn't even know English, dude. Like Romanov doesn't know like 6 words of English, and he's just yelling at him in Russian.
He's saying all 6 trying to understand. He's saying all 6 words, every single one.
He's just, dude, bro, hockey,
dude, bro, fuck you.
Fuck. Shit.
Where is bathroom? Fuck you. That's it.
Where is bathroom? Cerveza.
Hockey bad.
Oh, that's like Luke. It gives me a little bit of Luke Hughes vibes Luke Hughes, Jack Hughes of. Yeah. People are here to watch me, bro.
People pay to watch me play.
People pay to watch me play.
Like he's not necessarily wrong, but that's
a pretty good.
Not wrong. That's such a cool shot, dude.
That's almost. I forget who did it, but there was. They got in an argument, and then he like grabbed the back of his jersey to read because he didn't know who he was. Oh fuck! I wish I could remember.
Oh yeah, but that's sick though. That's fucking. That's not being like I'm cocky as fuck and everyone comes to watch me. Like, come on.
I don't know.
That's like I literally.
I still like it.
It's that meme. It's that
you know
meme
what?
from the
I love the
elevator.
confidence. I do.
It's the meme from the elevator. Like, I feel bad for you. I don't even know who you are.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, that one's so good. But here's the thing. So this is why Kings is the third worst fan base in my league. They literally were pulling up the plus minus between Arvidsson and Jack Hughes in their career and saying this is why Arvidsson is better. I cannot stand the Kings fan base, dude. They're so bad. They're so bad. That's a terrible fan base, dude.
You know
what? Victor Arvidsson used to jump in front of goalies when he was in Nashville, and that was like his one move. He would just
come on. What are we doing here? Oh, man. It wasn't even the same guy I was telling you earlier about. It's not even that guy. It was a different Kings account.
It might be the algorithm, but one fan base that has just like completely like even like the Blackhawks and the Ottawa Senators, like they still have a vocal fan base, even though they're bad. Like San Jose Shark fans have just like gone underground. Like I don't even know if they exist anymore.
What's there to cheer about?
Nothing.
Like what's there to chirp about? Like, and number one, you guys interact with like I can't remember the last time I looked at a tweet from someone that I wasn't following. Like I don't know what like side of the algorithm you guys ended up on that you guys are just getting all these like chirps from like the random fan bases. Like the first thing I do when I go to Twitter is I go to following, and I don't want to see a tweet from anyone that anytime I see a tweet from someone I'm not following, it's against my will. Like I don't know what you guys are doing.
Well, we want everybody to see us. I mean, we're happy to get into discussion.
They could see my tweets. I don't want to see their tweets.
Fair. Fair. Well, we're okay. We're okay with it.
You guys.
But no, you're right. Like it's just like a fan base that has just like completely fallen off to me that I just don't hear. And they were very vocal long time ago. But I think it's one of those like I don't know. The context is like they're bad. They know they're bad. They're supposed to be bad. There's really nothing else to say.
Right. And now it's just like all due respect to Mario Ferraro, like when you're running Mario Ferraro as like your number one defenseman, like what is there to say? Like other than anytime you beat somebody, it's the most humiliating loss that franchise has ever taken. Like
sure, like if you lose to the San Jose Sharks, your coach might get canned.
Exactly. Yeah. Like they can chirp at Oilers fans because they got Jay Woodcroft fired. Like that's the only thing to say is like, God, you lost to us.
And if anything. And if anything, they're happy about it. Like that. Now that was obviously a good move for the fucking Oilers.
100%, dude. They've looked so much better.
We were Taylor. We were just talking about how like we don't know what the algorithm is on Twitter, but like one of the fan bases that has just like completely gone underground to me is the San Jose Sharks. Like they just like I don't know if like do they exist anymore? Is that a thing? Like
why would you even show your face if you're the San Jose Sharks?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I mean, that's the Duckies, man. Like there was some. I mean, we were seeing more bot account comments on Ducks fans' Twitter.
This is a 4-on-3 with
an empty net.
That's fucking nuts.
Someone just 24 on.
The score box is wrong. It says 4-on-3, but it's 5-on-3. That or the Rangers have too many men.
Oh, it is 5-on-3.
Yeah, the score box says
but maybe maybe they don't put it because there's an extra skater.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
So I guess technically it's a 4-on-3, but
they just pulled the goalie. Yeah,
that's fair.
I really like pulling. I love the move of pulling the goalie in the spot, like down two to push.
Yeah, that's I love that
because you expect offensive zone time, right? So
Yep.
Yeah,
that's
the like.
Ooh, they got it.
Ooh, Panarin. Someone tipped that though. Kreider.
Give me
Kreider. Isn't that who we wanted to? We wanted Kreider.
That's what I want.
Okay.
No, I need Lafreniere, but okay.
He'll get the plus.
Lafreniere needs to get elevated to the top power play unit, and then
he was out there.
He's out there. He got the plus.
Is he?
Yeah, he was out there.
Is he rocking a mustache too? I'm telling you, man, I started the trend.
I think so. I actually have been. So I'm getting to the point in my life where like winter is a long beard, and then summer I'm gonna keep it short. And
there you go.
I've been maybe as like a bet for the show we can do like, all right, Taylor, if you lose the bet, you have to grow your beard out, and if I lose the bet, then I have to have a muzzy.
All right, I like that.
I never seen
muzzies for all the boys.
Can you grow a full beard?
I mean, it takes me some time.
Okay. Like if you grew it all summer, would it be significant or?
Oh yeah. I mean, really, ironically, the only part of my face that doesn't actually grow facial hair is my mustache. So I'm just going for it, dude.
Right. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll have to figure out with a good bet. But maybe it's like our playoff brackets. Like whoever goes further with our playoff brackets, we can make that bet.
Oh shit! My neighbor's testing out his El Camino. So he's been working on this sucker for a fucking while now. So I'll just sit out there and rev the shit out of it.
Dude, I don't know who it is. There's someone that lives like one of my neighbors. They just have like I don't know what they're building. I just hear like a table saw, like at like 11 o'clock at night.
Oh.
And my wife and I are just like, dude, what the fuck are they cutting at? Like it's all hours of the like during the day I didn't hear anything. and then at like 10 o'clock, just meh. And it goes until like 11:30, and you're like, what the hell are you doing?
Okay, see, I do that, but I at least adhere to sound ordinances. So between 9 and 10, I gotta start winding down. You know what I mean?
That's the the downside of not having an HOA, I guess.
Ooh, yeah. Living in the ghetto.
Yeah, just living in the land of the free, baby.
Yeah, minus the fact that my HOA doesn't do God anything, and I pay them like $500 a year. They don't do shit.
Yeah,
except if I leave my garbage cans out for
don't get me started.
Day, they come send me a fucking.
Don't get me started on my HOA. All right, I'm about ready to weld some stainless steel plates to a bulldozer and fucking take it to the house.
I'll do that.
I'm not having an HOA, but
fly me out.
No, Kreider could just give me another one. I might have a chance.
I like the idea of an HOA, but at the end of it, when they come to my dad's place and literally send him my 69-year-old father pictures of dandelions in his front yard, and they said they're going to charge him $25 a day until he gets rid of it. Like,
dude, that's
not even an angry thing. That's like I lose faith in society and want to like overthrow the government kind of shit. Like
it's one thing
white with rage.
Yes, it's one thing if it's like trash and garbage all in your fucking front yard. That's okay, Lafreniere. That's a fucking dive, my guy. That's bad. That's a terrible call. Like I understand that, right? Cars and fucking garbage and all that shit.
Was fuming.
It's literally flowers and stuff.
Wah has every right to be fuming. That's a terrible.
100%.
That's a terrible call.
He literally splayed it over his stick. Oh, that's terrible.
Terrible.
Yeah, make your fucking 26. You're the hero, buddy. 26 is getting a fucking TV deal.
Ooh, maybe that was more of a trip. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, is he not already going down? Don't look back, Zibanejad. Good. Is he like he's not already going down?
A week? Was it a week? Like he definitely sold it, but I would say that's a trip.
Yeah, I mean, with 2:28 left though, I mean, Lafreniere was 0.2 seconds away.
He almost hit the
smacking his own skate against his other skate.
Almost hit the empty net. Sorokin goalie goal?
That would rock. Actually, it wouldn't because I'm going against Sorokin. I need him to not do. Actually, no, they don't get points for that.
So they don't get points for goals.
I don't care.
Yeah.
In my other league, they do.
Which doesn't make any sense.
I wish there was a.
If only there were commissioners that could handle that,
Right. I don't know how the points
would ESPN. Work. ESPN doesn't actually allow you to do it.
I don't know how the points work, but I wish that there was some system where players got points for if they did anything in the shootout. Like I'm not saying like a goal counts as a goal.
Game winner.
Maybe,
I can see that. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, or maybe like a shootout goal's worth half a point or something. I don't know.
Are you just trying to artificially inflate the value of TJ Oshie?
Yeah, it sounds like hits, dude.
Yeah, that's it.
pretty sure TJ Oshie's sitting on our waiver wire. Like, I don't think anybody needs.
Well, yeah, because the shootout's not taken into account.
That's
he would be a top line roster player,
right?
If they were
Captain
taking
America.
a half point for shootout goals,
right?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't hate it.
I am. You know, I have.
Kreider, get yourself another tip in. Come on.
I've been mildly convinced that we should.
Okay.
We should bump up the points a little bit for like hits and stuff like that. Like I do kind of like that in the sense of like players, like people digging into the waiver wire to find somebody. Oh, what a fucking shot!
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Okay. They kind of handed him that goal. That's fine.
Yeah, that was scripted.
That was a hell of
just a little
ticky
tacky. Like, what's this little fucking stink pot doing? Okay, that guy's got the Liberty jersey on though. It's pretty sick.
The old school Liberty jersey. I love that.
Yeah, those are pretty dirty.
All right.
What a pass! That last second pass. Who was that? Is that Lafreniere?
It was Fox.
No, it wasn't Lafreniere.
Lafreniere got the secondary assist, I think.
Yeah, I think it was Fox up on the point.
Well, it doesn't fucking matter. My team's already gonna miss. Lafreniere acted like he fucking won the cup, though. Good for him.
He's like, I got on the power play. Oh my god!
Look at me out here.
Look at me.
There's some screen time, boys.
Yeah, it's the Paul Rudd. Like, look at us.
What a stat! Oh, what a stat! 21-timer PP goals.
That's nuts.
Yes, what a fucking stat. That is beautiful. Whoever you are.
He just
gorgeous.
Zibanejad has just a rocket of a shot. Like,
yeah, he is a rocket though, right?
That flow.
Yeah, flow. Fucking nice, dude. He could pony that. He could put that in a bun.
Oh,
dude.
he 100% rocks the man bun.
On the weekends, yeah.
There's no chance on like travel days. He's not just rolling in.
Yeah, he's a bun guy at the airport for sure. Eating man like quinoa
man bun and Crocs, you know.
Yeah, Crocs and quinoa.
Yeah, that's right.
Good for him.
Slamming some kombucha.
Mm-hmm. Guys are getting slammed at the airport bar, and he's like, "This has a little bit of alcohol, guys."
That's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the world is a better place because of it.
That's right. And I'm a better person because I drink it.
That's right. Do you see this man bun? I am saving the world.
That's right. Shows up in a Honda Prius.
Good for
man buns for world peace.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. I'm gonna grow mine out.
I guess I'm anti-world peace. There's no I got a haircut yesterday, and I'm very much aware that I'm going bald. The widow's peak is in full display now.
I think you have a bad. I mean, so my hairstylist and I talk about my widow's peak all the time, dude.
Yeah.
You know, it's just you got to have a better hairstylist.
Think so?
Yeah.
What do you do with yours? No, widow's peak. Yours is rounded.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude.
You just take it back. You just got rid of the widow's peak altogether.
Yeah. So she kind of. Oh, that's the wrong side. But yeah, she kind of blends it. Jesus Christ, I'm backwards.
Yeah,
she kind of blends it in, and then she leaves me like this cool ass, like 30.
Yeah, you don't have the widow's peak because she just gets rid of it.
Yeah, but my salon. So I don't know if you're going to like Sport Clips or what, but
no,
I get like 2 glasses of wine at my place, dude. Like,
do you really? Where do you?
Fuck yeah, dude. You want in? I'll get. Morgan already stole my girl. My girl that does my hair. My wife already fucking stole her. Now they're better friends than us, and it's bullshit because I'm funnier.
You hate to see it.
Yeah, Ellison. It's right up the road, man. It's right by the Roadhouse. So what I'll do is like if I get off work early enough, then I'll go to Roadhouse and drink a couple beers, and then I'll go. Or if I get off work late, then I'll go get my haircut, and then I'll go to Roadhouse and drink some beers. So,
love that.
You know.
All right, boys, we got some OT hockey in the Stadium Series.
OT hockey, let's go. OT records 5-9. Why are we in 16 OTs? Oh my God. That's not even Patrick Waugh, dude.
Another opportunity to remind everybody that we hate the shootout, and 3-on-3 overtime should be 10 minutes, not 5.
100%.
3-on-3 should be until somebody scores.
100%.
Well, okay, sure.
Like,
okay, if you give NHL players a 30-minute or a 20-minute like full period of 3-on-3, someone's going you'll get one shootout a year. Like it'll happen.
The only argument that I would listen to where that is not a good idea is if they play at 9:30 the next morning.
Maybe, yeah.
Right, where there's some teams on like Sundays and shit that play super early. Like, but that's what all hockey players did growing up. Fucking suck it up, dude.
The NHL will never do it because they have this weird aversion to ties. Like they're paranoid of ties. They don't want ties anymore.
They're bow tie people.
But but you get rid of the shootout. You make it 1 OT 3-on-3 for 20 minutes. You'll get like one tie.
Yeah,
that's a goal.
Switch.
That's it.
Switch.
That's definitely a goal.
Wow, what a comeback, dude! What a comeback!
Can't believe they
just picked his pocket.
That's a Kim Kardashian comeback story.
It's definitely a goal. That's 100% a goal. That's not the net was knocked off, but it was basically like an act of desperation by the Islanders.
Yeah, and Jared, I would like to say I'm sick of your Bruins too. So we can.
I don't know if I've ever had anyone be like that self-detrimenting like that.
Oh yeah, no, that's a goal. That's 100% a goal.
Nice. Oh, what a play, Aaron! More of a. Oh no!
Oh, maybe not.
Oh no!
Maybe not because the initial shot was blocked. I don't now. See, now this is going to be a rule book thing.
Oh, I don't think so, actually.
But it was knocked off by their own player.
But
okay.
It has to be intentional. It has to be intentional. So he's going for the shot block,
and he did block the shot. So
he did block the shot.
So his guy was merited. Oof.
Oh, this might get pulled out. Yeah. This might get pulled back. I didn't notice that part at the beginning, but this might get brought back here.
Yeah,
if it does, we're in a simulation.
That's right.
The world is fake. Whatever you do today doesn't matter. Go burn down things.
Yeah, and
here we go. They're basically in that situation, they're saying Dobson slid and meant to put the net off its moorings.
Well, and the goal, like the puck was going in,
right?
So the net being off doesn't come into play because even though he blocks it, it goes off Sorokin, and the puck is going in the net.
Right. So the angle of the shot it's not like it's going what would have been outside the pipes.
Correct. Like it was the puck was going in the net, so the net coming off doesn't matter because I think in the rule book it's like an imminent scoring chance.
Yeah.
So
God, don't do something stupid. Ew, dude. Oh, he's just too early. He was too early. Panarin gave him the old 1-2 there.
Yeah, so it goes off Dobson, off Sorokin. Yeah, it ended up being a really good game.
What a good game.
Much better than the it's a tough one to give away. I know they got a point, but that's a tough one to give away for the Islanders. You come out, you're up 4-1. You just let him hang around, and then
you think Chance is reeling back on his points percentage since he isn't here. We can talk about his points percentage a little bit.
His understanding of statistics and
good God, I don't know how you build a statistical line and say
that was maybe the most confusing argument I've had since Zach Hyman. I don't.
Oh shit.
Like it doesn't points percentage doesn't matter, points do. Okay, the sample size is different. How do we account for this? It's impossible to say.
So you gotta go with the points. Sick of them Bruins.
Dude,
Jared, I got a good buddy that is in the same boat as you for his Bruins, so I feel you, brother.
I mean, like the Bruins are gonna be fine. Like they're
gonna be just fine.
There's they've hit a little bit of skids. they've got the best goalie tandem in the world. They've got great defensemen. They've got good forwards up front. Like, yeah, it sucks, but like they're gonna be just fine. Like,
and I'll say it again, dude. I have literally held Jeremy Swayman's sister's ankles as she did a fucking keg stand, so I know the Bruins. Okay,
intimately familiar
with the Swayman family.
That's right,
and how good they can be. So, yeah, no, they're going to be fine. I mean, this team. It's going to be a prove it year, right? Like they had one of the best years in the modern era last year, and lost to a Florida team that had some of the players to do it, but I mean, Bob wasn't even the starter to begin that series, right?
Nope.
And had to figure out a way. So they're even with the kind of season that they're having again, which I think with losing Krejci and Bergeron, didn't know what the fuck we were going to see from the Bruins this year. They got it's a prove it year, man. You can't lose in the first round. I think they're second overall right now.
Yeah,
right. You can't lose in that first round again. So yeah, that's a team. It's going to be interesting to see what they're not going to fall off 5 of 6. They're not going to fall off, but
yeah, they'll be just fine. And they're in the tier of teams. The regular season doesn't really matter. It matters what they do in the playoffs, right?
Right.
So like,
right.
They're going to be just fine. Like
100%.
Like, yeah, it sucks in the interim, but like, for that team, it's all what happens in the playoffs. So as long as they're healthy for that, like I wouldn't be too concerned about them in the long run.
Yeah. Yep. For sure.
Last thoughts on this game. I'm very much, if I'm a Rangers fan, this game makes me very concerned about the playoffs. This was a game where not only you could, in a blanket way, say that the offense bailed out the D and the goalie, but it wasn't even that. It was that first, your stars. Trocheck and Panarin bailed out basically a very poor early performance, and to me, that kind of play it's not going to last in a 7-game series.
Yeah,
I think it's more concerning for the Islanders, right? Like Rangers are comfortably in a playoff spot. The Islanders, you're fighting to get in it. Yeah, you got a point out of the game, but like you were up 4-1.
Yeah,
you got to find it. You got to get 2 points there. Like,
yep,
yeah, those points are going to matter. And
yeah, to differ with you a little bit, Chance, I think this actually shows something good from the Rangers, right?
Okay,
your Tendy and your D really, more or less your Tendy, and it's not
they bailed out Shesterkin 100%.
Yeah, I mean, but being able to battle back, that's what the playoffs are about, dude.
It's good. It's fair,
right? You go down 4-1 in the first round, and you want to see a team that knows what it's like to get to this point and win, right? So I actually like this kind of game for them. Whereas, did they deserve that win? Fuck no, right? Like they really only kind of got some bounces.
Shouldn't have even gone to overtime.
Shouldn't have gone to OT. Right?
That was a very weak. It was a trip. It was a very weak call.
Pretty weak, right? With 2:28, right? You're essentially saying the rest of this game is a power play for the Rangers to tie it up, right? And yeah, I mean, sure, his stick hits his skate, but I think if his stick didn't hit his skate, I think Lafreniere's skates are hitting his skates and he's falling down, right? So, I just to me is a little bit ticky tacky, but at the same time, that's what you want to see from a playoff team, is basically saying we can battle through adversity. And we can go down 4-1, and we're gonna battle our way back, however we have to do it. So
yeah, I mean they got an opportunity and they cashed in, right? Like that's like we said earlier. Like how do they get back in? They get a power play. They had 2 power play goals in the third period, and you don't want to rely that heavily on your power play because you might not get those calls in the playoffs, but they did, and they made you still got to make the most of the opportunity, right? So like, yeah, they scored their way out of problems tonight, but sometimes you got to do that. So
it's not something that can be replicated in the playoff. It's if that, guys, stars like Trocheck and Panarin, they can steal games, but as we've seen from Connor McDavid, you can't steal a series.
Yeah, I mean, Rangers are a little deeper than Edmonton, I think, in my opinion.
I would agree with that for sure.
Yeah, and
less top, way less top heavy.
Yeah, and you worry about the playoffs when the playoffs come. Right now, you just got to play the teams in front of you. You got to get points, and however that looks, they all count the same. So yeah,
right.
I think
right.
It'd be interesting to see how they handle it going forward, and hopefully Shesterkin can kind of get back to form a little bit, because they're going to need him, because
they need him.
As good as Quick has been, you don't want to rely on a Jonathan Quick renaissance at this point in his career.
Is still solid.
So
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, I mean, all in all, it was a fun game. It was good, and it's hard to read too much into outdoor games because they're so different. But it was
looked like the ice was pretty soft. It looked like it was kind of it looked watery.
I thought it looked okay.
I didn't. There wasn't anything noticeable to me about the quality of the ice.
It didn't look choppy. It just looked kind of wet.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just the stadium lights. So
that's just a bad Zam, dude. Yeah. You know me, dude. I worked at a fucking rink before. I know what a good Zam looks like, and it's mostly when I'm on it.
Right. Well, I knew it. I knew what a bad one was, because when I drove the Zam, that was nice. So.
Yeah. One time I did accidentally fucking someone didn't open the Zamboni doors for me, and I sat there yelling at him, and I forgot that my fucking ice surfacer was down, so I burnt a hole in the fucking ice.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I mean, we all make mistakes.
You were the one. Yeah, they never got rid of that fucking divot.
No, it's still, like, honestly, the only reason that they got rid of it was because they
moved rinks
every summer. They take all the ice out, or else there's that burn mark there, dude. But hey, realistically, I was just trying to leave my name and number on the ice.
That's good shit.
Smart.
All right, boys. Want to wrap her up?
Yep.
Sure.
All right. Well, folks, we've been doing this for damn near 4 hours now, so I doubt you've been watching the whole time. But if you have, you made it to the end. We appreciate you guys. We hope you tune in to all the Hockey Podcast Network live streams like this. If you're returning, awesome. Glad to have you. And if you guys don't know us, we are the Dusty Bender Podcast. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and download our episodes. Tell us what you think. We like to have fun. We like to get into some trouble, despite Aaron's best efforts.
I kind of like people telling us who we look like. Right? We should try to figure that out more.
I like that. That's a good one.
All right, folks. Suit.
All right, folks. We appreciate you, and we'll follow us on Twitter. Let us know when we'll we got new episodes comes out from us. What? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday?
Usually Fridays, yeah.
Yeah, usually Fridays. So take a look out for those, and we'll let you know on Twitter when the next time we're going to host one of these is.
All right. Cool. Thanks, everybody.
Bye. Bye, everyone.